little scratch. I'm gonna grab a drink. What do I want? I'll figure that out. Do it. Hello, Matt. I'm back. Little sunset.
Keep me from grocery shopping, but then again, I think this week's going to be kind of chaotic anyway. I don't know what the plans are.
There's only 2: board game and then sushi.
Yeah.
Right now, I might go to a family thing on Friday, but I haven't decided that yet. That'd be during stream.
Figure
But
it out.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll try to go. All right. Need to clean up my room in case anyone
what do
tries
you-
to barge in.
we're not doing much. What do you need?
Stuff for board game,
Okay.
and then something
we
for
gonna-
Sunday.
Where are you gonna put it in the fridge?
I don't know. Magic. We'll figure it out.
Also, I'm making steaks tomorrow, so if you're late,
I gotta pick up stuff.
yeah, because I mean, if you're late, they're just gonna be called steak.
Can't you just make them a little later?
No, Adam usually has to go somewhere, so I have to make it pretty much on.
Fine. Figure it out.
You have,
What are bacon steaks anyways?
I don't. They're like little 8-ounce steaks with wrapped in bacon.
So you got filet mignon or whatever.
No, I don't. I think it's just a normal steak,
That's
but
the
it's,
only steaks they wrap in bacon.
I don't know, maybe. They're just price-wise,
Bacon steaks.
they're one of the few ones that is not priced by pound. It's priced by, like, I mean, I guess it kind of is, but they're very consistent on
Yeah.
it. And it's
You got like the most
But they-
expensive steak.
no, they're like $8 a piece. So it
Yeah.
ends up being like 24 for 3 steaks.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
And for 8 ounce, that's 24 ounces of steak. It was about $1 an ounce.
Yeah.
They had other ones there that are way more expensive. Like, I'm not going to spend $35 for a single steak, but it's also like an inch thick, maybe more, and like huge.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I think we did that once before. I got like a $30-something steak, but we just cut it in half because it was so big.
Yeah.
And then we just cooked it that way, and it turned out really good.
I'll be home at the normal time for your steak. But what am I going to do about, like, Hormel pepperonis? I don't need a pop filter. I am the pop filter.
No, pop filter is air.
Pop.
We can get it figured out. There's a morning on Saturday. We might actually.
Yeah, I'm busy Saturday morning.
We're going to breakfast.
No, I'm going to do.
Oh, I might do that Friday.
Oh, that's right. I can't do it.
Board game or
Declan's
other
not
game.
busy.
You can. You just go in there right before.
Declan won't be there.
Oh, so then you can.
Yeah, I can. Figure it out.
Though I know that we're going to a breakfast. I think it's either. I think it might be Friday.
I can't do that.
Well, I know. I don't work Friday because.
You're special.
Yeah.
I know.
Anyway, I think we're. Did I post on Discord? I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Hello, people.
It's Pride
that's
Month. It got two opponents standing right there.
It's Pride Month. Well, you only need the one. And she's already full Pride.
Oh, she got rainbow butt.
Like this is all you need. This is Happy Pride. Got butt. Where's this Happy Pride?
No. Applejack. That's her pride.
I think Applejack appreciates the whole package. Sir,
Scootaloo likes. Oh no, Rainbow likes orange horses.
Oh, that's weird. Why do you say this?
Because it's true.
Anyway, we're gonna see if we can get this started. My concern with this is there's just a buttload of lip syncing, and lip syncing is very boring. So I think what we're gonna
Don't
do.
worry, I'll keep it entertaining.
Lighting, I think I can probably worry about later. So I think what I would rather do right now is figure out camera, because what camera is shown where will determine like how much effort I have to put in lip syncing and different other things. Camera should always be one of the first things you do. So just seems so quiet.
What's quiet? The audio?
Yeah.
You cut out so much dead.
Good job.
Yeah, it's super quiet. Because I have this turned up at max, and normally it's like super loud.
Well, turn it up on Audacity.
But you can see that already it's at peak here.
Yeah, that's where the child hits the ground.
Yes, but if I increase the volume, this is going to be peaked. It's going to literally hit the top.
Just
and
reduce
cap.
that part.
Well, then the impacts reduce.
Yeah, you gotta do one or the other.
It's literally. Well, actually, I can probably also, from a stream perspective, I have game. PC audio turned down now. That should be better.
Why can't the child hit the ground less hard?
Wait, you can't be serious. I'm not gonna jump.
You can fly, just like me. You take a big deep breath, you step off, and your body will just do the rest. It'll just take over.
But I can't fly. I'll just
feel like
fall
it's
right
something
off of
different.
here.
Hey, buddy, you're gonna love it. I promise.
Well, I can't hear any
Nothing
of it, so I
like
just
you.
have
I
to
can't
question your
fly.
judgment.
Some of this I think I can still remove.
You ready?
Ready for what?
Hey, Sunset. Hey, Matt. Hey, Scratch.
Wait,
What
you
y'all
can't
up
be
to?
serious. I'm not
You
gonna jump.
see any good pictures
You
of
can fly,
horses today?
just like me. You take a
There's some
big
good
deep
stuff
breath,
out there.
you step off, and your body will just do the rest. It'll just take over.
But
Saw a
I
volcano
can't fly.
explode.
I'll just
It's
fall
just
right off
like,
of here. and get
Hey, buddy, you're gonna love
kinda
it.
great.
I promise.
Nothing like you. I can't.
I think I can
Double
remove
sandwiches
part of
all the
this,
way.
Like when they're here.
17
Thank you very much for the
months.
resub, Scratch Web.
A lot of
You think
months.
this? He was so hungry.
Was you fed the
It
derps?
is a lot of months. That's at least like 4 years, 7 years, something like that. I don't know. Math is hard. But thank you very much.
What?
Oh.
17 months? Wait.
I think I can remove this, but that if I'm removing literally 1 second, it's not that.
I promise.
Nothing like you. I can't fly.
You can. I promise you can.
I'm wondering if I can remove everything from here to here.
I promise.
I mean, don't
Buddy,
get rid
you're
of
gonna
anything that
love
could be funny.
I promise.
Well, it's just
Nothing
him
you.
like,
I can't
or
fly.
Scoot's panicking
You can.
about it, about
I
like,
promise you can.
and like it's basically a repeat of the stuff here, just more of a panic.
Well, panicking is good. Panicking is funny.
I know, but that's 7 seconds I can remove.
Yeah, but it's funny.
It's not fun. Actually, none of this is funny until the very end. So everything else up to it is building up to a punchline.
I want to hear if it's funny.
No, there's literally nothing. It's just literally him panicking and being.
That could be funny.
No.
Scared children is hilarious.
I want to see what this looks like without, but
Yeah.
because even then would remove. It put it down from 38 to 32, so that's not even huge.
Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it.
Oh, Nineski.
I could, but I'll leave it. It's a lot more everything.
It's a lip sync. We're doing it. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll lip sync. It's not going to be good.
Well, and technically, most of this probably isn't needed. I just like the idea of like this slightly awkward, too long of her just laying on the ground, not moving.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Rainbow kind of looking like a little bit panicked.
No, like, disappointed. Scootaloo, I told you to flap harder.
And just starts backing off the roof. So yeah, I think there's the potential for clearing up some of the end if I don't want to do that like awkward, like whatever. Because I feel like, at least from a comedic perspective, her hitting the ground or being pushed off, so everything from here would be funny. But then there's going to be laughter and some funny, but it's going to take probably 4 or 5 seconds before it gets in that awkward to getting funny again. And I feel like I'd have to add another 4 or 5 seconds
You could
to
have
beyond
like,
this.
Rainbow pacing around in the back a little bit. Like
No.
walking behind her. Because eventually she's going to have to get behind her to push.
No, she's just going to raise her hoof over.
It's not close enough.
No, I haven't
Right
put them in
now.
the final positions. I have to be able to have them look at each other, though.
Well, Scootaloo could be looking at the ground. Because that's where she's...
Well, no, she can go and like look over the ledge, like
No.
a little bit, and then like push her. But I can't keep them. I can't put them too close, or that height difference is going to make camera work very difficult. And having them too close, especially when their heads already kind of poke forward, and whatever, it's not easy. So, and I haven't actually locked them into where they're going to be standing. I just put them there because there's these open boards, and I didn't want them standing on like the open part, because that would look wrong. And you can always have it where specifically on the shot that she's going to get thrown down, that they're moved closer, and then in other shots they're farther away.
Would it be worse if she hit that log on the way down? That stump? Like,
no,
bounced
that's-
off of it?
no. Why are you wanting to hurt Scootaloo more?
No, I'm not. I'm just thinking out loud.
Thinking, or
What would be
you
funniest?
wanting?
It would be more devastating.
You're just mean steel. Why did I call that mean steel?
I'm telling kids, no. Look, this isn't my idea. I don't think.
On.
Was this my idea? I can't remember. I'm going to say no. Because kids will get upset.
We'll help you out, Michael.
Yes, have her fall into that. Just have a bear trap at the bottom.
This is because Michael wanted it.
Oh no. Wait, I didn't actually want this.
Yeah, no, you did.
I just
You
wanted her,
said yes, a bear trap.
I wanted her to bounce off the stump is all.
No, she'll bounce into the bear trap.
No, those are for bears. She's a small horse.
Though I do like the idea of, if people know the meme, just cover the ground in hazards.
Yeah.
Like it's like barbed wire and like nuclear waste.
Just
and-
have some syringes, like use needles. They don't clean up around there. Equestria has a horrible
So that could be funny.
biological waste problem.
I do have to look at this for angles. So, because I normally want something a little further away like this and zoomed in maybe. Oh no, if you want to actually give portrayal of distance, you want to probably do something like this. But it's this grass right here that's a little annoying. I'd have to go to here to not have to worry about it, but that's kind of a weird angle. In this grass, you can do this thing where you can go like game entities, and I think it's brush models. No, the opposite. And you can turn them off. The problem is
The stump.
it would turn off the house, and two, it doesn't actually render. Like you can turn it off like that, but then when you actually go to render it, it just turns it back on. I don't like that. This is not the one. These ones are a property. There's something I can turn off, and I know that, and I probably will. These ones are not as ugly, but I'm probably gonna have to deal with something like this, because this, if I go too far to the forward, you're not gonna get the distance or anything. If you go too much to the side like this, you're kind of like losing them. But I also want to keep low to the ground because I really want to have it like smash. So I think it's probably gonna be something like this. And that's probably gonna be the best I'm gonna do. Some of these, I mean, I could probably go into this map and modify it too. I can probably look at
Touch
that.
hammer? Oh no.
No, for that type of thing, it's easy. I don't like editing in Hammer, but opening in Hammer just to click entities and delete, 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 delete.
Yeah.
I did that for like the Ponyville thing that I used. I literally just went and like said everything below this line delete,
Yeah.
and it worked. So I can always do that in the future.
You ready?
Kids will just be happy you're doing.
So the question is, do I just copy the camera work that was done in the show?
I don't think you need to.
It's pretty much what I would probably do anyway.
Yeah.
So
I think
why not?
You can use it as a reference, but I'd be say be open to like
No, it's
adjustments.
they've already, it's meant to be a comedic thing, so they've already like set it up all
Well, you've
for
already
comedic.
altered the audio pretty significantly to
Nope,
match it.
I've only cut off the beginning and end. I haven't cut anything in the middle.
Okay.
So then the camera should be fine. I still want to see the new season. I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't really seen any
That's
of
the
it.
short one. The longer one.
I just hear that thing filling with water. Or am I hearing something else? I hear water flow.
The dishwasher?
That pipe.
Yeah. I haven't put the thing over it yet.
Yeah. It's
And
a
then
hole
what-
in the wall.
I want to put insulation over it, but easy to remove once I get that. I have the thing. I just have to get the paint for it. Okay, so be here.
Wait, you can't be serious. I'm not gonna
Help
jump.
kids that
Ryan, you're my son.
Rainbow
Okay,
Dash
that's what I removed. But
just teaching school to
For
do.
what?
Very happy.
Yeah. You ready?
okay, so
Ready for what?
To jump.
Not a lot of camera changes or anything.
this one I will. So this one they're trying to show the distance. I'm gonna do that a little different. Okay, so I'm okay with that angle, right? Like kind of starting here. This has got to be closer to like a third or 50. So there we go. Don't worry about the sun. That's easy to fix as well. I like the power line from the back. That's good.
The equestrian power system.
They can okay, so right now they're not actually looking at each other or talking towards each other. So I can move them. So again, I have to be a little careful as to where Scooglu's standing. I can always put more boards underneath if I need. Let's put a little closer. Actually, if they're going to be that close, it might be better just to do it like...
Oh, or sister. Doing it. What? No, not like that.
That's what you said.
I said they're doing it together. No. Dad, it's not my fault.
Who else would have interpreted it that way? 'Cause- yeah, they're not actually looking down. Okay, so she's like,
You ready?
Oh boy, smooching time. That's right, Soul Kitty. Hulu is only a child.
No,
What?
no smooching.
I mean, they're horses. I don't know what the laws are in Equestria. You can't say it's smooching time and then immediately reply with no smooch. Soul Kitty, be honest.
ready?
If you had a smooching
Ready for
selection to make during that
Good
moment,
job.
would you have chosen that one? But you've been denied? Been denied your smooching? You need some smooching time.
oh boy, it's smooching time.
No. Been denied for years, but if you had a smooching thing, you would have clicked it, right? We have to get the demand out there. Can't wait to see her fly. Yes. Definitely gonna make her fly.
Michael wanted her like to hit the stump and then fall into a bear trap.
No, wait. The stump, yes. The bear trap was your idea.
I added it because you were getting aggressive, and then you're like, "Yes, a bear trap."
And then this littered used syringes on the ground.
There's no
Yes.
Billy Grinder down there, not that I know of.
Better not be.
Got a ghost fact.
Oh, ghost fact. Here's a ghost fact. If Scootaloo hits the stump, she will have her ghost come out.
It's called dying.
Is a new friend. Scootaloo the friendly ghost.
You ready?
That's your ghost fact.
Um,
No,
Ready?
Scootaloo is immune to Philly grind.
You ready?
um,
It's like the Doge freaking picture.
Such fly, wow.
So rainbow.
Oh, so this is funny with the light. I don't know why, but it basically requires like for the sun to have like both cameras looking at it, because like this camera, if I turn it away, you can actually see it affected in the other camera too.
Yeah.
It's
a weird
weird.
sign. Looks like that outside right now. Sun. Are stumps just tree ghosts? No, they're ghost extractors. Is what stumps are. Stumps from trees are ghost extractors. You just hit the stump hard enough, and it gets the ghost out. It's useful for extracting ghosts.
You ready?
I'm not doing actual keyframe here. I'm just trying to get at least the idea of what's going on.
This is gonna be your second scoot abuse video.
You ready?
Or have you done more? I feel like you've done more. No, it's definitely your third. At least, because you launched her from a catapult in one.
Yeah,
You stuck her in a blender in another.
but with her friends,
Yeah.
so it's like a half.
And then now you're pushing her off a roof.
It's the only ones.
Yeah.
But she abused Derpy.
She did?
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
last video. poke a derpy with a stick.
Oh, she was.
And then she was also beating Spike.
yeah.
So she's participating just as much in the abuse of other people.
Push her off that roof.
And what, you saying Spike doesn't matter? He's fine to abuse?
No, you did just punch him.
Just punch him? Okay.
That's what
But
he's
that
for.
also means that it has to be okay for her to abuse Derpy. So
No.
Derpy abuse is confirmed. Michael wants it.
Derpy deserved it.
Derpy deserved it?
No, I'm reading what Giz
That's what
said.
you said. I just heard you say that.
I'm reading what Giz posted.
That's quotable.
No, it's not.
Derpy deserved it.
Me reading other people's messages
Well,
is
you
not
better be careful
quotable.
just because you read it. Like I only read that 10-minute speech because somebody else wrote it.
You know what? If I read a speech, then apparently I wrote it by these rules. This is blasphemy. Can't push Scootaloo off that roof fast enough. Oh no. Just look at Rainbow, look at the ground. Look at Rainbow. Oh no.
No, that's what she's not looking at the ground. Technically, she's doing the like response.
Every eye emotion just fills me with joy. Like, oh no.
Ready for
Which got cat like
what? For what?
escaping.
Ready for what?
To jump. To jump.
We're gonna change to that,
To jump.
and then you just copy Scootaloo. I cut it before. Okay, so now when they show the far off one, looks like that.
Are they in a 2-story or 1-story?
This is going to be a little bit more interesting because here they were able to show they were on the top of a 2-story.
Yeah.
This isn't 2-story,
It's 1-story.
but like I said before, with how this is laid out, other than the very last shot, I can basically pick them up and drop them anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's not, I don't have to be locked to this exactly. I like the idea of like, let's go to like a 36-story building, but it'd be a little harder for the screen because you'd have to hit the ground much faster.
Well, it's like you said, you can do the scene and then move this wherever you want. So I wouldn't even worry about the ground right
Okay,
now.
I need to figure out how you remove these. I know it's like
But last time you were saying you might not even do it here, but you could animate the scene here because they're just standing on a flat platform.
there it is. Ah. Okay. I know it's a property. It's CL detail disk 0. So that's distance across which detail props fade. That's the LOD. And then which ones are no longer visible. You set it to 0, meaning they're no longer visible at all times. Oh, actually, like, this would technically be even better. Because that one would, I think, just completely disable them. But I just wanted to have it out of the way because with the grass gone, it means I can actually get under the ground and get a better angle, like right here, where if I had to deal with the grass, it would have been in the way. So this one, when they did this shot, that is probably just a standard 35. So yeah, something like this. Go too far. And they did it where they were basically like centered like this, which for this shot, I can kind of understand it. Like rule of thirds kind of makes sense, but it really doesn't provide any extra context. This centering something kind of provides a little bit of uneasiness. The shot and to be having that symmetry, and I think that uneasiness helps enhance it a little bit. That's probably what they were going for. Plus, in this one, they did it because they were zooming away from them, and that helps portray that distance. Like it's a straight fall, exactly where he's going to go, like you're following it. So we'll do that.
Ready for what?
To jump.
What?
Oh, when he says to jump, does he look at the thing? Oh, nope, I think he keeps looking at him.
Ready for what?
To jump.
Okay, so it does a little bit of like a nod thing and looking at the direction. So we'll keep it like that for now.
To jump.
This one I backed it off before saying to jump.
To jump.
And then there's the backup.
Wait, you can't be serious. I'm not gonna jump.
Ryan, you're
Okay, so right when he says,
To jump.
well,
jump.
Wait, you can't be serious. I'm not gonna jump.
You can fly.
Jump.
okay, I did do some cutting in the middle. I think this is the only one.
My son. You can fly.
Okay, so we're already at that angle. So then this camera.
Jump.
You can.
Not jump.
Okay, and
To jump.
I probably should figure out what the positions are going to be here.
To jump.
People will like this one. The Boys was pretty popular.
Wait, you
I
can't.
think a lot of people get the reference.
To jump.
Hard to find something that everybody is in tune with.
And it's not like last 6 months. This came out at least 4 years ago.
Really, don't never give me the dates. In my mind, I still need to get around to it.
Well, this was like season 2, and I think they're on season 4 or something.
Yeah,
I don't know actually.
it's normally how shows run.
I have to
these days.
catch up on the newest one. I heard it's not as good, but it's still a really good series. If you haven't seen The Boys, it's really good. It's just it's not a like, hey kid, let's go watch the PG-13 superhero movie. Oh no,
Well, like,
it's superheroes in a real world where they can like run through somebody and make them explode,
that's the same way Invincible is.
and some of this normal human temptations that might come with power and whatever like that.
Wait.
Yeah, like I haven't seen really any of the show, but I knew about this scene because it's kind of memeable.
Wait.
Just pushing kids off roofs. Super memeable. Don't be copycats though.
Ready.
Do not reenact pushing children off roofs.
I mean, if it's your kid,
I mean, even
I'm not going to
that,
tell you how to parent.
Wait.
maybe at that point, just maybe, intervene. Parents, don't push your kids off, or put them in barrels and kick them down a hill.
But if you do, get them to sign a waiver.
Yes, I'm sure that'll hold up in court. Look, before I threw little Timmy off the roof, he signed this waiver, so I'm in the clear. Yeah. I don't know, horses so high. We're like 15 feet up here.
She's jumped off of things and landed way worse than this.
No, too high.
Your head.
Maybe we'll just figure she's a good head start.
Wait, you can't be serious. Can't be serious. Can't be serious.
Oh boy! Cheap viewers!
Elementary grade. And then just random stuff. I love they make it look kind of legit, but it's always crap. I love
Removing the
space.
space. Wow. He didn't even try to, like, fix that message.
Although they always, because they're not allowed to. If they put spaces in it, then it's a link, and a lot of streams block links.
Yeah.
So, for reasons like that. Likely Banovator. Banovator. That sounds like a superhero. Ooh, Banovator.
It's not gonna jump much.
You know, the best part though is a lot of streamers who are big now probably got a lot of help from one of those things.
Oh no.
No?
Most of the big streamers are big because if you're talking like the old school ones, it's because they started early and they did enough to
Yes.
get popular, and now they're just riding the same wave the whole way.
Yeah,
Because
but-
people like watching the popular ones.
Newer, well, that's just it. You have to make yourself appear popular. And that's what those sites do.
Yeah, but you can tell if you go to a stream and it's 1,000 people and 2 people talking.
Well, no, you can have bots just spam.
It's obvious when there's bots too, because if something happens in stream that and certain things are going to drive more engagement and other things won't. It's going to be like the tides. You're going to have things go up and down, but if you have the cheap one, they're not going to know when to react in certain ways.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty obvious. And I believe it's a bannable offense.
You just have the bots show up and just say, "Shut up, Michael," over and over again. Nobody will question that. Shut up,
Wait, you
Michael.
can't be serious. I'm not
That's definitely not a bot. That's somebody clearly paying attention. Oh no. One kick. Oh, oof. No, for that pipe, you should just have, like, come back out of the wall and go through, like, a really cool fountain before it drains out of the sewage. That'd be
What?
pretty. Have the water come out. And like a fountain that would activate every time water flows through it. Like have little like dolphins spit the water out.
Well, for one,
Fox.
even sucks.
Yeah.
And 2, it's the dirty dishwater.
Yes, but it could be beautiful.
Like it's lettuce and meat coming out of me.
Just a chunk of hamburger just stuck in the dolphin's mouth. Trying to shoot it out.
Wait, you can't be serious.
Oh, beautiful. I think these are good ideas.
No.
Never.
You can't
never
be
take my
serious. I'm
idea.
not gonna.
Yeah.
Totally hook it up to a fountain.
You just enjoy your socks and shut up.
I like socks. Where'd she viewers?
No, I need to get rid of them. Here's my ban
I
button.
never bother.
Ban.
You don't deserve my attention.
No, because the same bots could pop up again. It's just helping ensure that they don't.
Wait, you can't. Wait, you can't be serious. I'm not gonna jump. Yes, I'm not gonna jump.
To jump.
Oh. Wondering about the pipe that's running past that I'm talking about. There is a really stupid long pipe that runs from the dishwasher and sink in the kitchen through the main sewer line. So they had to put in like a access point. You can actually run a snake through it proper.
But we had it walled in with the last work. So when they had to come in because the snakes weren't long enough, they had to put a hole in the wall over there. And I got a plastic thing I need to put over it, but it's white and the wall's like gray, so I need to cut it down a little bit and then paint it. They have access panels you can buy, but I was unable to find the one that they like is the big enough hole, because they went to go cut it in one spot and they're like, oh, we were wrong, and then they're like, oh, we went down there, so it's like 13 inches tall instead of like a much shorter than you probably needed to be. So
That's what you need to kind of get in there. But yeah, it was necessary in hindsight.
Yeah, and that's fine. It doesn't really bug me, but I do want to get something covering it. So I wanted to put like, I wanted to get some magnets and like figure out the size of the hole, then like, put like a screw into the back of it, and then put it like magnets in there so that it will hold itself magnetically, and then you can just pull it off.
Yeah.
Because this is, I want to like have it look at least somewhat decent, but it's behind like a light and stuff, so I keep forgetting it's even there.
I'm only noticing it because I can hear the water run through.
Yeah, and I can too until I get the insulation on it. Once the insulation's there, and I can hear the one running through the top one a little bit, but more of the one that's up above.
Sensei, you're baking a cake? What kind of cake? Tell me of your cake. I'm going to make a cake for my birthday, and I've already made a decision. It's the only way I'm going to get rid of that freaking Ninja Turtle stuff. That's my cake icing now.
Wait, you can't be serious.
I tried eating some for breakfast yesterday on a bagel.
I thought you liked the stuff.
I do, but eating that for breakfast, my goodness. It's so sweet. It's just cake icing. Putting cake icing on a bagel for your breakfast is not how a person should live their life.
Ready for
It's just not. If you're doing that, you've messed up somewhere. I know I'm a big guy, but I'm not cake icing for breakfast. At least I like to think so. Could be wrong.
Ready for what?
Probably wrong. Looks at myself in video. Yeah, I'm wrong. I am cake icing for breakfast guy.
Ready for what?
Chocolate cake? What kind of icing? Is it a chocolate icing or is it something crazy like fudge icing?
To jump.
Wait, you can't.
Felt a little weird without these putting the lip syncing kind of in.
And like,
Wait, you can't be
half-ass it for
serious.
now.
I'm not gonna jump.
like,
Wait, you can't be serious. I'm not gonna jump.
yeah.
Wait, you can't be serious. I'm not gonna jump.
You can fly. You can fly.
Okay, so now I can go up here.
You know what would be good? A mint icing on a chocolate cake. Oh, I never seen mint icing anywhere. Is that too much mint? Just plain vanilla. I'm out of cocoa powder. Also, you made the icing from scratch. That's pretty cool. Do we have any cocoa powder in this house? I feel like that's something you should have in your pantry.
I don't have any use for it, so why would I buy it?
No, I'm saying we should though.
Yeah, well, you're the one that does most of the baking if there's any baking, so why don't you have
I don't
it?
bake that often. Occasionally I get the whim to.
To make your 3-minute cake?
Yeah, it was tasty. Adam loved it.
The next morning.
Yes.
Wait.
How was your 1000th stream or whatever? I don't remember.
Okay. 10,000 stream, yes. I thought it was
Yes.
like 10,000. Wait, no, that'd be, whoa, no.
You'll get there someday.
No, I hope I never do.
At the ripe old age of 120. The 10,000th stream. Why won't you let
can
me
fly.
die, God? That'll be the name of the stream.
Okay, so this is where you can kind of cheat things a little bit. So I'm going to move Rainbow a little bit over here.
It's
I'm
too
gonna
far.
scoot a little
Scooter wants to be
bit over
closer.
here. So now,
The
it
opposite
just
of what
makes the
Scooter
spacing
wants.
better, and you're never going to really notice.
Just. You can fly. You can fly.
I can probably just copy paste this rainbow.
Rainbow only keeps Scooter alive in case around in case she needs a kidney or something. You found out that they're same blood type.
You can fly.
Like Scooter's just dumb, so she doesn't know. Like, look at those kidneys.
You can fly, just like me. You take a big deep breath, you step off, and
Being
your
a
body will just...
rampant alcoholic, where you will need them.
Just like me.
I don't want to.
You take a big deep breath, you step off, and your body will just do the rest. It'll just take over.
But I can't fly. I'll just fall.
Okay, I don't like that angle as much. I know, I understand what they're going for it, but I think I'm gonna go a little
You can
different.
fly, just like me. Just like me.
Yeah, we always have like
Just
vanilla
like
or
me.
at least imitation vanilla in the house, but we don't really keep cocoa powder anymore. Probably be worthwhile keeping some mint extract. I like mint.
I would look around because you forget you buy stuff a lot.
I don't think I haven't bought any mint leaves in a while.
I know,
and
but
that
again, I would
'cause
double
spent
check because you
carrots.
forget a lot. You'd be like, I would never bought that. I'd be like, Michael, what is this? And you're like,
I
Oh.
100% don't have any mint extract or cocoa powder.
100%.
100%.
100.
100.
Literally.
Yes.
Okay, so when I find it,
It doesn't exist, I promise
Okay.
you.
Just like me. You take a big deep...
Now, we do have like
Maybe-
3 things of vanilla extract. 'Cause I keep forgetting we have it. Every time I bake, I pick some up. Adam's gonna make his tiramisu. Because that's the one dessert he knows how to make. And then it can grow on the
because it
front
doesn't
porch.
take any baking.
Yes. Which concerns me because it definitely has raw eggs in it, and I'm just waiting for a disaster to take place.
I mean, it's a common thing, so it's,
It doesn't make it necessarily safe.
I mean, as long as you know what precautions to take
He's-
and what right things to buy.
Definitely gonna get the eggs from Walmart.
No, he's not, because Walmart's too far away.
I'm gonna bring them to him
Well, wait,
just to see what happens.
you're gonna set him up for failure, is what you're saying.
I need my entertainment.
Take a big deep breath.
I think the idea is you mix a little bit of alcohol into the egg whites.
Well, there is
But-
alcohol in it.
Yeah, that's supposed to kill any bacteria in the eggs. But if you mix it properly, yes.
Well, if they're pasteurized eggs,
What?
I mean, that's why they're in the.
If they were pasteurized, then they would be cooked.
Well,
Pasteurization
they're
is a
cleaned on the outside, so
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
they're fine.
just makes them pretty. Doesn't make them sanitary.
You can eat anything. You can eat raw meat
Yeah.
as long as you don't buy the raw
Once.
meat at the same places you buy raw meat.
Walmart. That's where the best raw meat comes from.
Mm.
You see, you buy beef, it might be horse. Who's to say?
You take a big deep breath.
Don't you want to eat a horse? Gain their powers.
You can fly, just like me. You can fly.
So happy.
Jump.
You can fly. You can fly, just like me. You take a big deep breath, you step off, and your body will just do the rest. It'll just take over.
But
Fly, just like me. You take a big deep breath, you step off,
Yeah.
and your body will just do the...
Carrot cake would be pretty fun to make from scratch.
You can fly, just like me. You take a big deep breath, you step off.
Hello, Silver Eclipse. Are you here?
Silver clips.
Are you here for the child abuse? That's why I'm here. Why are the Phillies so round? And they get
Step
less
off,
round.
and your
get
body
older.
will just do the rest. It'll just take over.
A little ball of horse.
See, I think one of my things that bugs me with like this shot is
Mhm.
this is this breaking? Yeah, this is breaking the 180 rule, which is what I understand why they're doing this. They want to show the downward look of things, but it does make it a little awkward because the whole idea with this is that they're showing they have a dynamic between the two of them on that side, and they've shown them going to left and right. So they've set up their boundaries for this conversation as basically a straight line between both these characters. Once they pass that boundary, it's when you start feeling like you're flip-flopping, and that's not great to do. But I also know that they did it because they probably saw more benefit in being able to get that shot from above going down compared to like if they were to do the shot within that 180 area, they'd be over Highlander's shoulder and they would just be at the roof. So I see why they're doing it, but in this case, I'm not going to. So
Sunset, the last time I made a chocolate pie was on a dare that I couldn't just go into the kitchen and make a pie
and
with what was in the kitchen.
You step off.
And I made a chocolate pie. It was pretty good.
Step off.
Like, I bet I could go into that kitchen and make a pie, and we're just all like, I made a pie.
remember how like
That's baking.
you know how sometimes when you say you're gonna do something and then I just keep giving you shit that you're gonna forget, but then you know that I'm doing it for the sole reason of making help to help you ensure that you do it.
Yeah, that wasn't that because you don't like that chocolate pie that much.
I know, but it's just funny to make you do things.
Yeah,
But just telling you not to do it because then you can't get on me for not for it.
yeah.
It's like you're not gonna do it. Don't do it, Michael. No, I'm definitely gonna do it.
Yes.
And I get a cake.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to use that
Step off.
Ninja Turtle icing, and that's what it is. It's icing. It says almond nut butter, so freaking Ninja Turtle nut butter, but it's 100% icing. That is cake icing.
Not a lot of it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need it for the cake.
I'm not gonna like go to Hy-Vee and get a pony cake.
No, you do that for your birthday.
I already did.
I know, it is great. I was so happy.
Except for they didn't have it last time,
Oh,
so I just got some like multicolored one.
boring. 0 horse, 0
Step off and you're
0 out of 10 horse.
you step off. You step off and your body will just do the rest. It'll just off and your
Acquire yet more horse. I'm saddened that I'm way behind on horse videos on the internet. I'm aware that there are more horse videos on the internet than I have seen.
step off
That didn't used to be the case.
just like me.
Falling apart.
You take a step off and step off.
Every once in a while, you get a horse video out of Russia, and hats off to them for doing their best.
You can't.
Off and step off and off and
Like, I will show you the world.
off.
My
and
evil
your body
sister stole and then immediately lost my mom's recipe book. I think one thing I asked from my mom is she has a copy of the recipe
And
book
your
that was
body
given
will
to her
just-
by her mother.
Do the rest.
And I kind of want a copy of that.
Off and your
Asked
body
if
will
she could photo
just do the
scan it.
rest.
Make a digital
Body
copy.
just do
I feel like that's something my sister would do.
Take a
'Cause she
big
likes
deep
doing
breath.
stuff like that. Maybe I can get her to do it. All my grandma's recipes. It would be nice to have those. I miss some of that food. One of the things she used to cook, I brought here with me, and I had to immediately stop cooking it.
It was just sugar.
That's how old people cooking is.
No,
From
no,
that
it's
area.
not.
From
From that area, maybe.
Yeah.
But it was just, yeah, it was just,
It was candied carrots.
it was candied. That was the first word. It was just literally sugar carrots.
No, it was also had mint.
I think it's fine without the sugar. All Southern cooking is about hiding the fact that the food they make is bad by dousing it in sugar.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but it's so good. Yes, says my waistline.
This is how my grandma always made them. This is how she got us to eat our vegetables.
Just do the rest.
By dousing them in sugar. Yeah, that cookbook's stuff like that. Like, take a slice of ham, cover it in sugar, wrap it up, and eat it.
Yes. Douse it in Coca-Cola overnight. And then once
Yeah.
it's good and sugared up, throw it out the window and then buy a cake.
Stick your face in that cake. It's delicious. Where's carrots with brown sugar, like yams? No, that's what it was. It was brown sugar. It was brown sugar and mint.
Yeah, I know that's what it was. That's why I wasn't sure why you didn't remember, because sugar.
I made it for
Sugar
you.
carrots,
several
roast
times
carrots,
every time.
brown sugar, like yams. Not a fan of it though. I mean, it's flavor-wise, it's fine. It just doesn't feel like something that goes with other normal food.
This is like the whole sweet potato casserole
Do the
discussion
rest. It'll
again.
just,
The side dish,
it'll just do the rest.
same vein. Marshmallows are a side dish when prepped correctly. Just imagining like, okay, eat your food, and there's like a few slices of ham, and next to it's just a pile of cold
Like-
marshmallows.
You get on us like, you guys don't eat enough vegetables, and then you just douse everything in cookies.
That's what
And
I
then you're
wanna
like,
do.
I don't like sugar.
I don't. I like my grandmother's cooking. It's different.
Because you just
It's
doused
nostalgia.
Yeah, you just doused everything in sugar. You have just as much sugar.
I don't do that anymore.
Yes, good.
found other ways.
You're waiting candied pecans. Do my best to avoid them because I don't have a stop button. I could see that.
I think those are called pralines.
The or candied pecans, because they're pecans and they're candied. But I mean, if you eat a lot of them, you could then call them can-dyed pecans because you're gone.
Do the rest. It'll just take
I
over.
think they actually bring up pralines in Horse,
Take over.
because she asked what Granny Smith wants on her pancakes. It says pralines. So putting candied pecans on your pancakes, that's just Southern. Like, put sugar on your food.
Just take over.
But
That was the scene where she was walking out the door to
Take
go take
over.
a shit.
I can't fly. I'll just.
Your body will just do the rest. It'll just take over.
That was in the show. I remember it.
But
Just
I
says,
can't fly.
"Please
I'll just
freshen up as she
I'll
walks
just
towards
fall
the
right off of
outhouse."
here.
I'll go there and take an old person shit.
Over.
But I can't fly. I'll just
That
fall
rainbow
right
horse
off
looks
of
so
here.
bad.
Hey, buddy.
Like, look up my little horse. You want to make a big flight.
I can't fly. I'll just fall.
I'm gonna be a
Can't
proud
fly.
mom. You know, one thing we're gonna
I
be lost
can't
from the
fly,
Ring
I'll just
fan is
fall
all
right
the,
off of
like,
here.
crazy headcanons for Scootaloo and who her mom was.
I promise. Just do the rest. It'll just take over.
But I can't fly. I'll just fall right off of here.
Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it.
Okay, so then I go back to that one.
Gonna have
Fly. I'll
Rainbow
just.
sit down next to him.
I can't.
No, probably not, because that was because he was trying to get down this level to calm him down type thing. That not gonna
You can have Rainbow lean down.
You can have her like put her head down a little bit, but
Yeah.
then you'd be like, oh, smooches.
Yeah, have her lean down, but her back end can stay up. Then she's at the same eye level. School.
You're just hoping for a camera turn. Why is that tail there?
I can't fly. I'll just fall. But I can't. But
Take over.
I can't fly. But I can't. Can't fly.
It becomes last dessert cookies.
Hmm?
The last dessert thing I made was the cookies, if you don't count the cake.
I don't
Which you
count
really
the
shouldn't
cake.
count that cake. The cake was an abomination. tasty though.
I can't fly. I'll just. I can't
Oh,
fly.
that poor
Can't
Rainbow.
fly. I can't fly. I'll
Because she was like talking about like letting the wind take you. So I wanted to try to make her a little bit more serene. It's gonna look better when it's actually done. I'm just trying to get the idea in my head of what I want and kind of doing a very rough estimate.
fly. I'll fly.
This cake should be counted as a biohazard. Hey, it was that shade of blue was perfectly natural.
Natural. It came from the blue 2 plant.
So blue. Oh, she's like a chicken. Cluck, cluck.
Let's do that.
Yeah, all the time.
The chickens would be like,
Just look for seeds.
these are down there.
Oh, go get them.
Apples, apples, apples.
He's so hungry.
Apples, apples.
Got a voice impression.
Do. Argo Zone intro. Flying to the Argo Zone.
That wouldn't be copyrighted at all.
Force into the Argo Zone. That's perfect. No notes.
We never really did like danger zone references for it, but we did have auto zone. Get in the zone. Auto zone.
Argo Zone.
Because I would just get sometimes too focused and not pay attention to stream anymore. Not as much anymore because you're very distracting.
Am I? Good. Because eventually you're going to forget what you're doing and you're going to make the horses smooch. Then I will have finally won.
On what?
Battle where I try
Is
to
that-
get you to make the horses smooch.
Is that the only reason you're here?
Yeah.
But I can't
It's
fly. I'll just fall
been, what,
right off.
6 years? I've
I'll
been
just
sitting here just trying to
fall.
get you to make these horses
I'll
smooch.
just fall. I'll just fall right.
It will all be worth it. And you finally go senile, and we're still sitting here. And you're just animating the horses in Source Filmmaker. You have to like have an old version of Windows to keep running. And, like, you'll forget who and where you are, and I'll be like, make those ponies smooch, and all that'll be left is the muscle
Right off of
memory. And my demands. And the horses will smooch.
I'll just fall right off
And that'll be the whole channel.
of it. Right off of it.
Bet you're looking forward to
Right
that.
off of it.
No.
Becoming old and senile. I'm already. So.
You've been senile since you came out of the womb.
Yeah, Argo and Michael need a theme song.
Yes, Cheese It Dash.
It's the Michael and Argo show.
No, do
like that?
do da do do da dee da do da do.
Why you still remember that? That song was killed. Why do you remember that better than me?
I know it exactly. It's only been a couple of years since we used it.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't have to listen to it every day like you did.
No, I wasn't actually hearing it. it was I could see the bouncing of the thing on the side. I didn't have it play through my headphones, so I could see it bouncing, and I just like remembered that.
Ugh.
Hey,
Like
I'll
any
fall right
theme
off.
song that is made for this channel, the name can be switched, so I'm the headliner. Because I'm the reason you're all here, right? It's for not for the horses, not for this guy, just me. Just talking,
I'll just fall
telling
right
you
off
about
of
stuff
here.
like life and what it's worth. Stuff like that.
But
That song.
I can't fly. I'll
Yeah.
just fall right off of here.
Look at that horse. That horse
buddy.
is cute.
Off of here.
hey,
You think you can boop that horse?
hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Right off of here.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey.
Did you send Jay your first video yet?
No, I haven't rendered it out yet.
What? And if you just stop looking at ponies long enough to rent, yo,
Hey, buddy.
this guy always looking at ponies. Could be working, but he's
Hey,
at
buddy.
work looking at ponies.
Off of here.
Hey,
Off of here.
hey, buddy.
Off of here.
Hey, buddy.
Up here.
I'll just fall.
We're almost out of beer. And
When
once
we have beer, it's just
random garbage beer.
Buddy.
And this one was pushing it. I think I bought this one though. I can't really say anything. Grape blueberry. Like blueberry juice was expensive, so we mostly grape juice, but then we put blueberries on the front. Because that's the thing everybody wants.
most juice, anyways, it's just apple juice flavored to be everything else.
You see, like cheap juices are cranberry juice, apple juice, and grape juice. Anything else costs money.
But even apple juice is mostly, or even grape juice is mostly apple juice.
Well, not Concord grape, not Welch's. It's 100% juice on the thing.
100% juice.
100% grape juice.
I would look at the label.
Welch's is 100% grape juice.
The grapes that
Concord
they
grapes.
use are 100% grapes.
It's 100%. Look. Go and look.
Most of it is always apple. And
Not
then
grape
they-
juice. Grape juice is grape juice.
That,
Why can't you trust the juice gods?
Buddy.
I can't fly. I'll just fall. Right. I'll just.
I've made wine from that juice before. It's pretty good.
That's very.
Can't fly. I'll just fall.
I need Vine Glow to come back. You know what that was?
Hmm?
Vine Glow. It's called Vine Glow. It's a brick of dehydrated grapes. You can mix with water to make grape juice. It's how they got away with
I'll
making
just fall right off
drinking
of
wine
it.
during Prohibition. It
Hey, buddy.
was pretty ingenious if you ask me.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, this one,
Buddy.
or this, I might have to get her to move a little closer.
You're gonna love it. I promise.
Nothing like you.
Because the way that it's supposed to be a comforting talk requires that there's potentially like I can't have her put her hoof on her back.
Well,
Until
eventually you're
later.
going to.
Yes, but I'll have to play with the angle because if you extend the hoof all the way, it's still not to her back because their face is so fat. Their hooves are short compared to other proportions of their body. So when I go to like knock her off, I'm gonna have to use like an extension to the leg do it, but I can do that because the angle will help hide
You could
it.
just have her move around a bit during the talk. I was saying the pacing and stuff.
No, I can just have them slide to get closer and further.
Yeah.
Like that I'm not worried about. I can do that all the time. Actually, I do want to check that. This.
Step off, and your body will just tilt.
I think would be best is doing kind of that let's just have her move a little bit like here, and then
The two great things for that. Real. Give Welch's some credit. They
yeah,
have their
that's,
grape
they can
juice.
do crap like that though.
Yeah, but Welch's, my bro,
No, like
my juice compatriot.
they can fuck with the wording in any way as long as it's still true. And so you can say it's made of 100% juice, but they don't have to define what the juice is.
Yeah,
then.
they did though.
And if they say it's 100% grape juice, they could just mean that all of the grape flavoring they have in there is 100%
It says
grape.
Concord grapes.
Concord is just a type of grape.
Yes.
Yeah, so if it says it's 100% grape,
100%
or if it says grape
Concord
juice,
grape
it's
juice.
made from 100% grapes. It can mean that of the grape juice, it was made from 100% grapes. It doesn't mean that it's all grapes.
Grape juice is.
I can.
Look at the labeling.
There's,
Look at the
there's
labeling.
grape juice upstairs.
There is.
I don't know if it's what
I
type that is.
I
though.
think it's like IV brand.
No.
We'll get the grape juice.
Or just look at it. No, because I don't drink straight juice. I'm not doing that with beer. You can read it though. It's probably 100% grape. I just like bugging them a lot. But in general, if you look at a lot of mixed ones that are not like of the just couple main cheap fruits, it's almost always apple juice. So there's like other things to hide it. Because apple juice is just cheap. Okay. No sugar added. Is this... No, this is not mine. Is this mine? I don't know if that was mine or not.
It's grape juice. That's all it is.
Okay, grape juice from concentrate.
Yeah.
So it's not pure grape juice.
No, they dehydrated it.
What
No.
percentage of it is juice?
All of it.
No, because it says part of it's water.
Well, yes, there's water in juice.
What about the ascorbic acid and citric acid?
That's preservatives.
But that's not 100% then.
We're talking a tiny amount to prevent, like, it from turning into wine.
I love it says grape juice from concentrate, and then it specifies that as being filtered water and grape juice from concentrate. Isn't that what
Yeah.
you just said before?
Yeah, it's grape juice, though.
And then grape juice.
Yeah.
Why does it say grape juice from concentrate, then grape juice?
It's got non-concentrate grape juice.
But what's the difference?
One wasn't concentrated.
But why would they do that?
To save on shipping before they rehydrate it
Well, that means there's a difference?
and bottle it.
That means there's a difference between
Look,
concentrate
it
and non-concentrate?
says 100% grape juice.
No, is that mean that there's a difference between concentrated grape juice and non-concentrated?
Yes.
Then that would mean that there's a difference between dehydrated milk and regular milk.
Well, it depends.
No, this is the same conversation.
No, kinda. There's evaporated milk. There's dehydrated milk, and then there's those are two different things. It would be similar to evaporated milk, which is still 100% milk with some of the water removed.
No sugar added,
Yeah,
but this entire thing contains 300 grams of sugar.
grape juice has a lot of sugar in it.
All right, you gotta put it
such
back
good
now.
wine. I'm just gonna pour it on your carpet.
Pour it on your ponies. Oh, we're ready for it.
Hey.
Probably going to build this than I need to, but I'm going to get the idea down. I want to see if some of these angles kind of work. Yeah, I was right. I was pretty sure it was just pink grape. That's actually the one I bought, and I bought it specifically because it was 100%. It didn't have other crap in it, so. Her hair is going to be a problem.
Hey, buddy. You're gonna love.
Oh, that's okay. Not so much.
Hey, buddy. Hey.
Potion time. 2 grapes. 2 whole grapes. You know what? I'm starting to think I threw a bunch of corn husks in the middle of the yard for nothing.
Hey.
You could clean them up.
I could.
You didn't
what
kill
if-
the grass there.
No, it's fertilizer at best.
Once it's degraded, but I don't want to be making fertilizer in the center of the yard.
The bunnies were supposed to come and happily
You didn't
munch
cover them
them
in marshmallows. They require like only the sweetest of southern cuisine.
I haven't even seen the bunnies out much lately. They all get eaten.
Maybe. Probably be better that way.
Their hawk just
Hey,
waited for
buddy.
them to come for the corn husks. They started scooping them up.
You're
Like,
gonna love
haha, easy bunnies.
it. Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it. I promise.
Right off of here.
Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it. Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it. I promise. Hey. Hey,
I'm just imagining a griffin scooping up Scootaloo.
hey, buddy.
Delicious, delicious fillies.
Right off of here.
Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it. Hey, buddy.
You think a griffin would be plenty big enough? They eat meat.
Buddy.
I think ponies would be on the diet.
Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it.
They gotta break.
I promise.
Right off of here.
Hey, buddy.
Right off of
The
here.
Hey,
craziest
buddy.
figures I've ever seen. They're like bald eagles, just picking up and dropping goats. You wouldn't think they're big enough to just pick up a goat, but
Off of here.
Hey, buddy.
big birds.
Hey, buddy. Hey, bud. Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Love it.
Their hair's touching.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with some of that a little bit later, but
You're gonna love it. Hey, buddy.
I can't fly. I would just fall. Right over here.
Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it.
Cute.
Love it. I promise. I promise.
Man, oh man, I don't know why, but it feels like it's supposed to be a holiday weekend, but it's not. Probably because visitors.
I promise.
Weird to have visitors on a non-holiday weekend. So your holiday weekend is every other weekend,
Promise. I love it.
which is some bull crap, by the way.
you're always allowed to find different work.
No, but that's not normal.
It
What
should
do
be.
you do? Yeah.
In a lot of outside of like America, it's starting to shift that way. Like in most other civilized nations, anyway.
Well, like France is real big about keeping their 32-hour work week.
I think
They've been fighting
there's
for that.
Iceland they have 4-day weeks, and they didn't move the hours around. They just removed a day.
Yeah.
So they do 32 hours.
Yeah.
And they say that they saw productivity skyrocket and
Yeah.
everything. So yeah.
But if we don't work ourselves to death, how will billionaires in America afford rocket ships to launch celebrities up on?
If we don't kill ourselves prematurely, how will we afford Social Security?
Yeah. Yeah, we have to make sure we die before
we put all our
65.
money into the corporations, and then we die while the money is still there, and then the corporations keep the money,
Well,
and
they-
then we keep this whole thing going.
They can just cut the benefits to give themselves tax breaks.
Well, yeah, we have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are they gonna do? Try to make money? No, they just need to be given money because it's trickle down. If we give them $1 billion, they'll spend it on a yacht, and that yacht was from a company that had employees.
Yeah.
And that trickled down to those
Of course, they
employees.
used the huge influx to automate most of the process, but there was like one guy. They made sure swept those floors real good.
Yeah, it was their nephew,
Yeah.
but they couldn't afford to pay him too much because that yacht's damn expensive.
Yeah, he gets to be on the yacht, but he has to. Why is her back leg?
You're gonna love it.
It's not. It's just the angle just made it look big.
She's doing the ass up, Michael.
Love it.
Yeah, I mean,
You're gonna
around shoulder
love
and all this. Ooh, weird.
But you want Scootaloo to do that?
It's not what I said at all.
I think it
I
is.
love it.
Wow.
Promise.
Chat, talk to me. If you don't talk to me, chat, I have to talk to him.
Yeah, and I only
Do you
half
hear
listen,
this?
so like whatever I can just make up whatever
No.
he says.
You have to tell me. Tell me what your week plans are. If you're going to go like to the store to buy new socks, I want to hear about it. Don't be shy. I admit to my desperation. Don't make me talk to this guy.
I promise. Love it. I promise.
That horse.
I promise.
Remember when you tried to use bump mapping to give them more defined nostrils? I remember. Edrich Farm remember.
I promise.
But Michael,
Mm-hmm.
these do have bump maps.
Yeah, these ones do now.
Yeah.
I'm talking all the way back during Remembrance.
Yeah, that was ahead of the game, man.
Yeah.
And I think it did. It's just that
You didn't think it looked right.
these are much more shallow and whatever, and plus they did coloration to make it like more pronunciated, and the texture I think quality is different nowadays too. The models weren't as smooth, so it was easier to tell some of the other errors. And also I just don't want to put the time into doing it for all characters because you can't just do it for like one. You have to do it for any character you're using.
Yeah.
Promise.
Nothing like. Get off of here. and get-
Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it. I promise. Buddy, you're gonna love it.
This Scootaloo needs to actually look at.
You're gonna love it. I promise.
Nothing like you. I can't.
You can. I promise you can.
Okay, so
I promise.
Nothing like you. I can't fly.
You can. I promise you can.
okay, there. So this should be.
Nothing
Did
like.
he know he was the
promise.
child of him at that point?
At that point, yes.
Okay.
He didn't even know he had a kid or anything until.
They were trying to hide it from him?
Yeah, because I believed he forced himself on her at
Yeah.
some point, and it was an illegitimate child, but he thought it was somebody else's.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember the full details on that. But when he finds out about that, he basically like forces her into a different house to try to be a dad. But he's also like a horrible person.
Yes. He's basically a psychopath with unlimited
Not
power.
only that, he's a child.
Yeah.
He was basically born in a lab.
Yeah.
And so he had no childhood, no nothing. He was raised to be the perfect human. But in doing so, he had doesn't know how to be an adult.
Yeah.
So he's very much on his opinion of himself.
Yeah.
What everybody sees of him on that, and he has very big temper tantrum.
He's what I imagine Michael Jackson was, except with laser vision. So, yeah.
I promise.
Pew pew. No, I kind of want to sit down and watch it. It's one of those things.
It's the nice thing about that show is it's not like some where it's like, oh, you got to get through the first few episodes before it starts getting good. Like, it's pretty good pretty quick. Like,
No.
it gets better as I forgot the guy's name. Huey, I think, is the one younger kid that's with them. When he starts getting into that character, not that the actor gets into the character, but when the writing for that character starts getting him in the direction they're trying to push him, it gets a lot really good, because he starts off as like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, and then he just starts not giving a shit, and it's pretty funny at that point.
Seen a bit of it. I don't think I even got as far as season 2 though.
Nothing like you. Nothing.
You're gonna love it. I promise. I promise.
Okay, I might actually have her pull back a little bit here so they can get Rainbow out of the way for the next shot.
If you can find my horse.
I promise. I promise. I promise.
Nothing
Yes,
like.
Huey.
You're probably yeah. I thought it was Huey
Is he with the band?
in the news.
No, that's what it was.
Huey Lewis in the
Promise.
news.
Huey Lewis in the news.
You didn't know the name of Huey Lewis in the news.
I mean, I'm not as-
There should be a lot of people on here that probably have no idea who that is, and that is better.
The only reason I know who they are is because of that one movie with the American Horror Story, I think it was.
Why does that get brought up for Huey Lewis in the news?
Wasn't it like the main character of that was like really into Huey Lewis in the news, or am I thinking of a different movie?
I don't think
it
it
was
was
that movie.
American Psycho.
Yes, that's
what
I'm
you're
thinking
thinking.
of. I am thinking of American Psycho.
And I think it might have been.
Yeah, it was Huey Lewis in the news. He was like really into.
Well, it was just more of just that was that scene
But
specifically.
he would talk about them at length.
Only at that like when he was going to murder that guy.
Yeah. How small that horse is next to that less small horse. I love it. Like you want to put her in a handbag and
Nothing
carry
like-
her away. Keep her like one of those little dogs that
Nothing
like wealthy
Like you.
blonde women have.
Nothing like you.
If Giz was here, he would tell me if he would carry Scootaloo around in a little like fanny pack. Have a Scootaloo.
Because you have a school for emergency.
You know, emergency loops.
Emergency school.
In case you need to boop a horse, you just like unzip the fanny pack and give the horse a boop.
Like you.
Then you zip it back up before she has a chance to escape.
Yes.
Like you. Like you. I can't fly.
Yeah, but you know what they say.
I can't.
You can't kidnap an orphan because nobody wanted him in the first place. Pretty sure that's a saying. So say it. Because their parents left.
Wow. I think this is about the flying thing, but you're doing it just going all
It's like,
Sigmund Freud on her.
Ah.
But that's okay, because now you're my tax benefit.
Yes.
Like, what about my aunts?
I'll
They won't
foster
be a
you.
problem anymore.
No.
I can't fly.
You just gotta convince her aunts that she decided to leave with her parents, and if they believe you, then they're not gonna find out for years.
I can't fly.
It was very much implied that she hadn't seen her parents in years when they come back.
I can't fly.
Very much means they basically left her in the care of others when she was like 3.
Teach you. Nothing like you. Nothing like you. I can't fly. I can't fly.
My mom's baking nemesis was pie crust. She could never get it right. Mine, icing. For some reason, I can never get it quite right. Pie crust I've never had issue with. Icing I could see. Like, I didn't even try to bother with icing with the cake that I made him. I just used a glaze. And then dyed it blue for color. Oh, so very blue. It was quick, too. And the whole point of that cake was to, like, make it so fast. He would have to double look that cake suddenly existed. And he did. So. Success. I'm enjoying every aspect of this current animation.
Why?
It's just a good idea. It works so well. And it's also adorable and tragic and dark. It's all my favorite things.
Fly. Fly.
Just have to add one more thing. It'll be perfect.
Bear trap.
No. Got a mess.
Fly. Fly. Fly.
No, it's just the weather. Why does the weather feel like it was necessary to interrupt me? Well, it's 40 or 74 outside.
Fly.
Which, oh.
Fly. Fly.
You can.
I can't
You have to
like you.
send
I
this to Giz
can't
real quick.
fly.
Is if you're listening, I'm sending you a
Like you.
picture.
I can't wait.
Very important. Oh. There. Okay, enjoy that.
Nothing like you. I can't fly. I can't.
Maybe he's not listening. I don't know what Giz does when he's not horsing.
Do other things.
Yeah, but why would you?
You go to work.
Like you. I
Yeah, not
can't
because I want to.
fly. Nothing like you. I can't.
Just have to, or you'll kick me out.
Like
Eventually.
you. Like you. I can't. Like you. I can't. Can't.
That's what I was saying, kids. This is a Philly cheesesteak. There's chicken in it.
You. I can't fly. You.
Yeah, the Philly cheesesteak was filled with Phillies.
I
Which is
can't
adorable.
fly.
I'm not doing the body movement. There's going to be a lot more of her body moving. Trying to minimize that right now. Well, I tried adding some cappuccino mix into it. Tasted too grungy. Added a bit of citric acid to the mix to give it a
No,
bit
no
of zing.
smooching.
Cappuccino mix?
And
don't know if you need-
do
if
like
you
a
just-
chocolate cake.
you can just-
that could be good.
If you could just put ground coffee, I don't think you really need to do like full cappuccino mix. Cappuccino mix is probably going to have other aspects of like milk and stuff in it too that might move things in too far of a direction.
Well, when you say ground, I wouldn't do ground coffee. I would do like instant coffee.
Well, ground coffee is fine if you don't go overboard with it.
It's not gonna mix right.
Well, it's a flavor thing. So it just would add. You're not like putting in like a cup full of ground coffee.
I would.
Well,
It's gonna be good cake.
it's gonna be powder.
I can't fly.
Nowadays, if you mix lemon with coffee,
Nothing like
it's
it.
a curious combination.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know if that
Nothing like-
chocolate and coffee, absolutely. Chocolate and lemon, not bad. Chocolate and coffee, or lemon and coffee, not sure on that one. No smooching.
Nothing. Nothing like you. I can't fly.
I got too far below.
Very sweet lemon coffee.
Nothing like
down
you.
the
I
drain.
can't
Hey,
fly.
man, you still gotta eat it. Oh, cake.
Nothing.
Careful, because technically I can go below 0. This it's not gonna do it here, but you can see the little bit of like a white line in the end of this, and if you go too far past it, the white line will disappear. That means actually it went into the negative, and that can be really difficult to correct. Because when you go to like actually do lip syncing, it means that if you like use 1 and 0, 1 actually will sometimes pull some of the values above 0, but it'll still keep some others below 0, and it gets really goofy. I already doing lip syncing like this causes that, and I have to make sure that I always just completely wipe it or use a different model. That's the other benefit to it. If you do 0, it's fine, but
Fly. Nothing like you. I can't fly.
Mm,
Nothing like you. I can't fly. Fly.
You can. I pr-
I can't fly.
you can.
that's weird.
You can.
Fly. I can't fly.
Here's some property.
I can't fly.
You can. I promise you can.
Long
I
day,
promise you
Nolan.
can.
Sure is. You just get home.
I promise
'Cause
you
we've been
can.
playing with ponies for a couple hours now. Oh, almost a couple hours, not quite. And
All right.
yeah, well, I mean, hour 40 minutes.
Yeah, hello, Ellen. We were getting the shot composition and stuff worked out with this, so
You ready
Ready for what?
to jump?
Wait, you can't be serious. I'm not gonna jump.
You can fly, just like me. You take a big deep breath, you step off, and your body will just do the rest. It'll just take over.
But I can't fly. I'll just fall right off of here and get
Hey, buddy, you're gonna love it. I promise.
nothing like you. I can't fly.
You can.
when you know she's gonna get pushed off, it's a little funny. And I hope everybody knows that it's gonna be the case.
I think people that didn't even watch the show will probably know this one bit. I wish mares.
Give Rainbow Dash a little like Homelander badge.
I don't think that's necessary.
No.
You can give her like a Wonderbolts outfit.
When she goes to hit the ground, one thing people like to do is just put the boys logo in the corner. You could probably do that.
Okay.
When she hits the ground, like right when she hits, just have it say the voice.
Or the mares.
No, I'd have to redo the logo. Well, you probably use ChatGPT to remake it.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody did that with one of my things.
The Phillies. Butt shake.
Yeah, this one.
No.
Yeah, they put it with music. I don't really care on that. But
Wait, that's a Force Scoot abuse thing I forgot about.
no, that's the same video.
No, I was thinking of the grinder.
Yeah, the grinder and this are in the same video.
This is a different grinder. I was thinking of the blender.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
If only they had the one where we had the blood go straight.
Yes.
But that is this is kind of funny because the actual intro of the first episode is essentially that of somebody going to do something and then being hit with somebody that's with super speed and they basically get blown to bits, and it's a freeze frame like that. So
Vaporize in an instant.
not vaporized, but like dismembered and just completely like streaked across the ground, and like there's nothing left of them.
Yeah.
And I believe he's holding her hand, and he's still holding her hand afterwards too. And the guy I think he was like super high on drugs, so he just stopped. He's like, "Kiss up, kiss up, kiss up," and he's just covered in blood.
Yeah.
And just keeps going.
I did see that far.
Yeah. Well, that's literally the first like minute of the show.
Well, that's why I saw that far. I think I saw up to when like
Yeah, he was fiancé.
Yeah.
She was in the whole show for like 30 seconds.
Can't fly.
You can. I promise.
his motivations.
Promise. You can.
Mares, mares, mares.
You can.
Right before cutting that.
Fly.
You can. You can.
I have Skulu kind of look back. But I probably want to have her be a little bit more like, sad. And I'm definitely going to be having her eyes be a bit more,
She should definitely look concerned.
or I need her eyes to be more, pinpricky at some points, but I just haven't applied that yet.
Thank you. I can't fly. Fly.
You can. I promise you can. You can.
I think this is
Dad, please. Fly.
You can. I promise you can.
okay. This camera should basically go back to this shot.
If I remember right, the kid does eventually.
Yes. From the season I've seen, he does have something, but then they really don't go into it much in that season still. So I don't know too much about it.
Yeah.
I promise you can.
I know even less.
I promise you can.
I want to put Rainbow back in her original position here.
Debating on whether or not I want another drink.
Why wouldn't you?
We have like some twisted tea. That would be nice. I don't know if we have any light stuff other than maybe making like a whiskey rum or something. Or Dr. Pepper rum.
Oh, I accidentally copied Scootaloo. We have. Well, there's Dr. Pepper and whiskey. I'm just gonna make a whiskey coke,
Yeah.
and you can mix that as much as you want.
Yeah, we also got rum. Probably do rum.
There's scotch if you just want to have straight scotch.
Straight scotch.
No, there's the stuff to make Negronis.
I don't know how to do that.
There's just 3 bottles there, and it's an even mix of all 3. But it is literally a pure liquor drink. Good though.
Kind of want that. Not really. I don't want that.
I can go point to the 3 bottles and then come back.
Well, no, I think I'm just gonna get a rubbin Dr. Pepper.
A rubbin?
It's a Tuesday.
A rubbin.
I'm gonna get.
If you're gonna go
rubbin.
get a rubbin, I mean Adam's upstairs. No, Adam's are probably cards.
I'm gonna get a Dr. Rubbin.
Well, that's a good doctor.
Dr.
At least it
Rubbin.
makes the fees worth it.
I promise you can.
It's gonna be my DJ name,
Dr. Rubbin.
Dr. Rubbins. Who's here to listen to the sweet tones of Dr. Rubbins? Yeah, I got it down.
Let's see,
I promise you can. Promise you can.
So Nolan,
Okay.
in your long day, what'd you do? Did you turn anybody's internet off and back on again?
I promise you can.
okay, now I can cheat this to kind of forcibly push them a little bit closer together. I'm doing a slightly different camera angle, which means I don't have to technically maintain same positions, but I had to be a little careful.
I promise you can.
Oh, that's a cute face.
I wanted her to like, kind of like look this way so that she wasn't looking at the inevitable push. Gotta have her.
I think her eyeball might have rolled back into her head a little bit.
She's only had a few concussion.
This is the 5th try.
No, it's from all the scoots.
Scooting too
From the
much.
scooter.
Ate way too much bacon. Is that why your day was long? You updated the Wi-Fi network at a restaurant and they were closed. They had cornbread and crispy bacon in their warmer. I kept eating. Wait, so you went into the restaurant to fix their Wi-Fi and then you just saw bacon and cornbread and you couldn't help yourself?
Well, unless they said help yourself.
Did they? Were you allowed this cornbread and bacon? Or did you just see it and you're just like, it's there and I'm here. I think it's cornbread and bacon's on. Because I like that version better. There's no such thing as too much bacon. I don't know, man.
There's too much. I think there's, if you have a plate in front of you that is just one type of food and only that, like if it's just a plate of cooked bacon and that's it, yeah, there's only so much to be able to eat before even like your body's going to start thinking it's poison type situation.
No, you just need 3
I was left
pounds.
alone in the restaurant. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't care. The cameras were down. I was working on them.
Wow.
Like, they were
So you
down.
absolutely did.
So you went over there, pulled the plug, and then you just went,
Bacon! You're the Cookie Monster of bacon. Oh no.
and then you're like complaining that you got too much free
Too
bacon
much
and cornbread.
bacon. They won't mind.
I promise you can.
I'm just gonna, when I come to visit you, I'm just raiding your fridge.
Promise you.
You won't mind. Jeez. I need a drink.
I'm good right now.
Promise you can.
Old dudes.
Old dudes.
How was the old dudes?
It's a stout.
Standard stout.
Pretty standard stout.
I promise.
It's like, I was left alone. I'm really hoping, Nolan, that you never get left alone in like a drug clinic. It's like, well, the oxy was just sitting there, and well, I find that very fun. My folks and I did something similar when we spent a weekend repainting a cafe. Me and my sister discovered a soda fountain and the ice cream. Mom found the good coffee and Dad found the cake. Well, when I worked at the McDonald's, at night I just have free reign of anything in the fridge. It's like, I didn't even take it out. I would just like, it was a lot of breakfast burritos because those were always like pre-made. So I would just eat shit tons of breakfast burritos all night. No one was there to stop me.
Don't they have inventory?
Probably. But they told me I could, so.
I mean, if they told you you could, then that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as the people that tell you you can are the people that are authorized to tell you you can, which has happened with me before too.
Yeah. I'm sure they've gotten over
Or
it.
we used to have some managers that would be like, if you go on lunch, just make whatever you want. And then other ones that would be very strict on it, be like, no, you have to do this and you have to do that, and this is what's allowed. Or during the day, they'd be like, oh, that's quality alarm. Who wants fries? Like, there was such a wide variety on like strictness.
We never cared about the quality alarms in our McDonald's.
I was pretty strict about it because when you have something that's sitting in the meat warmer,
I think it's better.
yeah, but not everybody thinks that.
Yeah, but some people do, and they're the smart ones.
But I feel like a double, like a McDouble or something, is the best when it's been pulled from the grill, put on your sandwich, and given to you. But
wrong.
After about like a couple minutes, it's really not going to be too much different.
No, you want it in that heat.
It's like 15-20 minutes is the quality timer.
You want that thing under the heat lamp all day. And then at the end of the day, if that wrapper, it'll have congealed into a single mass.
Yeah,
it tastes the same throughout.
No, but that's,
and it is delicious.
But you're talking about already having it be a burger.
Yeah.
Where when it was just in the heat lamps with the other meat, it just gets all the grease and everything just kind of gets boiled up, and you're left with a super dry patty, and it's just not good. That's why it's like the 10 ones, because it's 10 patties per pound.
It was
I think they come out in
things
like
that
9 at a
long.
time, and they'll put them in the thing. Sometimes they'll put 18 in them, and then they slide them in a bin. I don't know if it's different now, but they would like scoop them all into this meat tray. They'd put them in there, and each warmer, once they put it in there, you'd hit the timer button, so then it would start the quality timer. And so if you're ever at a location, you just hear beeping. The beepings are almost always quality timers.
Yeah,
And
there's
they're-
time to reset them.
They're always going off, but if you just hear it beeping literally nonstop and never being shut up, is because they're ignoring quality timers, and they could just shut them off, but eventually it just becomes background noise. Then you might have some questions as to how long things have been cooked.
Who cares?
But also, if you go to, if a McDonald's is open, is not, even if it's open 24/7, really, if it's open 24/7, you better go to the drive-thru, ask for it fresh, and say you're willing to wait.
Oh, those are the biggest ales, though.
No, but I mean, but it's willing to wait.
No, I don't care. I have it here already.
But if
You're going to make the next person eat the
you
old
could have
shit?
some stuff. No, because all you have to do is put down the patties for what was ordered.
Yes, but if everyone did that, then nothing could be held, and it would no longer be a fast food restaurant. It would just be a diner that you called McDonald's.
Yeah, but when you're going in the middle of the night, that meat, if nobody is, we'd had a time that before would be 40 minutes for anybody to show up. Everything would have been bad. What are we supposed to do? Keep throwing it on to keep something in the ready? No,
but that's what you get. You get the old burger because you showed up at 2 a.m. You're probably high as
You're
hell.
probably not going to care.
I'm not even wearing my uniform at that point. I'm just wearing my normal clothes.
You're probably naked.
Yeah.
You just like, oh, let me throw on the quick, like.
The manager's in the freezer smoking pot, and that's just
Why in the
McDonald's.
freezer? Why would they do in the
You
freezer?
gotta hide from the cameras.
I promise you can.
Cameras. I don't even know they can. They had one in the office. I don't think we had anything on the floor.
Yeah. There was nothing in the freezer, I'll tell you that.
Promise you can.
People did weird shit in there.
Promise you can. Promise you can.
But I don't work there anymore.
But it's probably a very different type of environment now.
Why?
Probably worse.
Darn kids.
Promise you can. Promise you can. Promise you can.
No, when I worked at the McDonald's in my hometown, they were very lax on like what food you could take. But when I went to work at a McDonald's in Louisville, Kentucky for a bit, they were strict. I didn't work at that one very long because they were also kind of mean.
Like when I had the joy of the owner of the 3-restaurant chain open a 4th one, and they took some of the people that were their most senior people, which at that point was like, if you're there for a year, you're probably considered senior. And they had them all come in to work as like leads for the location on some of their first days. So I got to work at a McDonald's first day, literally brand new location, everything shiny and clean. But the thing is, when you have somebody hired on to work at your location, training is going to be done by the people that work there, and they're going to teach them their ways. Everybody that was there was trained by corporate.
Yeah.
So like you'd go to make a burger and you would take the buns and put them down. And they're like, that's not done right. They're like, the center of the bun's in the middle and the bottom of the bun's in the upper right. And when you put it down on the sheet, like, so you know where the top of the bun is. I'm like, or it's the bigger one.
Yeah.
Like it is, you look at it, you can tell which is the top one. And it would get busy, and then they would start panicking because they're trying to follow all these protocols, but it literally is impossible.
Correct.
And I was able to do it faster on my own, just because like they were trying to do everything nice and clean and precise, which is fine. But when you start doing it enough, you can be basically 90% precise and everything, but also be very fast. But how to throw it. You don't want to do like, if you go to shoot ketchup at the burger and it sprays all over the wrapper, you get a new wrapper. You don't be an asshole and just wrap it up and not care. But you can cut a lot of corners.
Nobody at the corporate levels ever actually worked the floor. That's just all what it comes
Yes,
down to.
they're following the book, and everybody was trained to the book. And when you actually are like making real sandwiches, and when it's a first day, everybody's like coming in because they're like, it's a brand new McDonald's book, something. And
corporate is a half hour of them making the same burger and then a bunch of people clapping for them.
Yeah, it was an interesting experience. I got to work at the location a few times as a like they were shorthanded and whatever, went over there.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not. It was too, let's call it stuck up, but they weren't as lax. Some of the managers that we had, the other one, were they just didn't care on some things. Like you used to do if a tray was in bad shape, we'd just go and take it to the play place and then ride it down the tunnel. Because you can get going real fast.
I bet. Hello, Patton.
Promise you can. Yes, you can.
No, we definitely had some people who smoked the reefer inside the McDonald's I worked at from time to time. One time was really bad. The worst time I remember, and I remember this to this day, I was the only one who wouldn't touch the stuff at the time. And honestly, I didn't touch the stuff until I was in a state where it was legal. But, so at the time, it was like late at night, maybe 11, pushing 11, 10:30, 11 o'clock because we closed at 12. Everyone, including the manager, with exception to me, was in the back smoking marijuana, and I was the only one out front.
I promise
and
you
we
can.
had customers, and I was taking orders, I was making the food, I was like drive-through and front, and they were just all in the back goofing around. And I still remember this day, and I'd be like, that was nuts. What are you all doing? But I also remember there was a sense of pride that I was handling it all by myself.
If you know what the fuck you're doing, you can run the whole store yourself to a degree.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of backlog and stuff, but I've ran front counter, drive through, and assembly. I've ran the whole thing.
Yeah.
But if you get much more than like 2 or 3 people in, you're gonna start doing a delay.
Yeah.
There's other people for a reason, because just the time it takes to go between places. And
I mostly like working the grill because I didn't have to talk to anybody.
the one thing I didn't like about the grill at the one location I was at is because assembly and the grill were like that far apart.
Oh.
It was like, so the person doing grill always had to kind of shift and move. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
That was the side of assembly of if it got busy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you had their normal side, which was much more open. I don't know why it was set up that way.
Well, probably because, like, if it's anything like the one I worked at, they built it for one thing, and then as time passed, they kept adding more stuff, and space became tighter and tighter. She's not allowed to smooch that horse, right? Just checking.
No, because I'm thinking she's a little young.
Oh, like a 10-year difference. If that.
That she's 18 and she's 8.
No, she's like, Scootaloo's like 10 or 11.
That's not any better.
Rainbow's like 20, 21.
Yeah, I think that's called like statutory.
No smooching.
It's a sister smooch.
Yeah, this is like a legal no smooching.
Your family. She can't even give her a sister smooch. That's just mean.
I don't think you can say smooch in the aspect of like a familial kiss.
No, my mom smooched me so hard when I was a kid that it left a huge bruise, and she was afraid I would get picked on at school, so she told me to tell all the kids at school I got hit in the face with a baseball.
Your mom hit you in the face with a baseball.
Yeah.
And you're trying to cover it up. Smooches.
So Scootaloo, if anybody asks, you got hit in the face with a baseball. Not rainbow smooches. It's pretty much her mom. It's fine. Certainly around more than her mom.
Dad, please.
You called me dad.
I like the look on his face where he's debating. Where you can just see him like, is this a good idea? Yeah,
Well, no, he was just he knew it was a good idea. Well, to him, it's a good idea. I don't know if like here it's like has the push start up here, because she is definitely still too far away for a push. I'd have to get them slightly closer to do that. I could maybe get her to start doing it, but unless I did it where she did like a kind of a quick squat over move,
Cute horse.
and like did a I gotta figure out where this.
Did you ever manage to contact
here.
Jay with your horse bits?
Oh, he did. I think. I don't think Jay accepted.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Because I don't know what Jay's rules are.
And don't either.
Jay does that side of things. Have Rainbow did inch. Have Rainbow did inch over when Scoots isn't looking.
She's
That was-
slightly shifting between shots.
I'm gonna try that right now. That's the last one right here. So I think from here to there, we'll have her do. So if I have her do, all 3 other legs are basically going to stay there for now. I'm going to have her use her wing to do it. because the wing can stretch further, and has more of like a swift whatever. Let's see. So we're gonna do left wing. Oh, it's like, why isn't it open? It was just all right, and then we'll have the left will stay unlocked. Did I do Skulu? I did.
Gonna have like Scootaloo open her wings when she's falling. Like, oh no.
I might be able to get away with both the side legs being off the ground at the same time, just because if you're doing like a sidewalk like that, you're relying on your full momentum to catch you on that other bit. It's a little different if you're trying to get somebody to turn or do something else. But in this case, I can probably, though I wouldn't want to have them both lift at the same time. So I would probably try to retime it a little bit, which would be a little messy, but figure that out later. So in this case,
Wait a minute. I just thought of a fifth time you abused Scootaloo. The pie.
yeah,
You're really mean to this horse.
fun. I've been mean to all the horses.
Yes, but Scootaloo specifically. I mean, don't stop. It's funny. Yes, there's one of them.
But that was funny.
Yeah. Well, yes, psychopath would think of something like that.
Every time I do stuff like that, I love how you look back on it like
I wasn't here.
that one?
Mm-hmm.
That was 15 AI.
Yeah.
You were here.
No. I'm pretty sure I didn't write the dialogue at least.
You probably did.
Okay, Scootaloo, into the Philly grinder you go. I think that was just a line from me trying to like mess with Giz.
You have to be locked. I have to move
Chicken
them to where I want them
smoothie.
to go.
It's how you make McDonald's.
No, no smooching.
How's that smooching?
It's sometimes just a precautionary no smooching. They don't know.
Oh yeah, they just see you moving the Rainbow Dash closer to Scootaloo, and they just assume smooching. Which is a good assumption to make. Rainbow Dash Predator.
I don't really want to figure out like the full details of this whole motion, but I want to figure out what's possible. So that's where I don't know if I did the correct lean on that, but we'll figure out soon.
Ooh, nice food, man. I think I ate some orange chicken today. Reminded me of Scootaloo.
I didn't make orange chicken.
Oh, what kind of chicken was it?
General Tso's.
Is that not orange?
No, orange chicken is called orange chicken.
And what's the difference, though?
Orange chicken tends to be much sweeter. General Tso's is spicy.
I don't know.
They have orange chicken at the place, but not as good. Orange chicken is fine, but I feel like it's like if I get a small amount of it, it's better. If I have like a whole bunch of it, it's just too much sugar, especially at the one place where I go into, because they like make their orange chicken like really, really sweet. It's good, but yeah.
Why do the chicken and the chicken eggs not taste alike when beef and beef eggs do?
Beef eggs.
I like the cow egg. I want a big cow egg. I want to crack that open and make an omelet. Very greasy omelet. And the closest you can get to a cow egg is an ostrich egg. And that is on my like bucket list. I want to eat an ostrich egg. Absolutely. I don't even know where you get one. I'm sure there's like, what's the closest place I can buy an ostrich egg? Let's find out. It's gonna be the penguin meat all over again. Because we're gonna have to go get it. Because you gotta come with me. Go get the ostrich egg. Here we go.
I mean, fly to another country?
No, actually.
You said this once before about the penguin. Like, oh, it's so easy. You can just get it like this.
This is different. You can buy one for $50 on Amazon. have the egg delivered via Amazon.
I don't know if I want Amazon brand ostrich eggs.
No, $50. We get an ostrich egg. We go ham. Look, they look delicious.
Premium.
Yeah, large.
$50.
Takes. You buy it. You pay $10 shipping. It takes 6 months to get it to you.
Michael.
No, it says it can have it by my birthday.
Michael, it's saying that you can finance the egg.
Oh.
That's not.
No, it says you can get it for.
It says it's $10 a month for 6 months.
You can have it here by my birthday.
Why am I getting it here?
Go buy it for me.
There's only 7 in stock. I don't know why there's only 7 ostrich eggs.
They take a while.
If it said ship same day, I'd be concerned because it's local. No, he's reading the like financing stuff and just providing context.
Mm-hmm. $50 for the like I don't know where you get an ostrich egg. It comes from the Amazon place.
It comes from the. I think ostriches aren't from the Amazon.
This one is.
No, like they're not from the jungle.
Clearly. But you can get a little egg stand for the ostrich egg to eat the egg on. Wait, is this a sculpture? No, this is an actual egg.
It needs to be better if she's a little lower.
But there's one for $30. That's way cheaper.
It's not right now. I'm doing the bit where she's gonna like, get a hold of the scoots, but I wanted to kind of go low and then thrust it upwards to kind of get her with a little bit more oomph. But if I have her already at her max height, there's not going to be much of.
Premium horse egg. I don't even know if we'd have a pan big enough to cook that. Because I've seen somebody open that up on a grill. You need like one of those like restaurant-sized grills to cook one of those
Pretty
things.
sure you'd make it work, and you would just probably microwave it anyway.
Stick the whole thing in the microwave. See what happens. That pony butt. Big jerk. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Michael, check the stream chat for a new link to New Mexico Ranch. Eggs for eating, about $80. I just found one on $50 on Amazon.
Those are just eggs.
Yeah.
Fresh from the something.
Yeah.
Wow, that must be an old site. It still has HTML at the end. Oh, wow, yes.
That is a 90s site I've ever seen one.
Yeah, they don't do this
in a
anymore.
while. No, it's still open. They just haven't changed the site because why bother?
Hey, look at it.
Yeah. 2016. Got the ostriches out there.
No, they got ostrich eggs for sale.
What's arena eggs? It's just the name of the
$30 an egg.
ostrich. That's not bad.
Look how big it is.
Wait, large empty ostrich eggshell. It's just an eggshell. I want an egg. I want the ostrich that's in there. Fresh ostrich eggs. You gotta click fresh. Oh, it's right there.
This one. Okay.
Oh, it's
No, I'm on the page.
oh. Hatchling eggs. That
Oh,
means
is that
those ones are
$100 an egg?
fertile. That's for fertilized eggs. You're gonna get an ostrich out of that one.
Well, then you get lots of eggs.
It's $80 for an unfertilized egg. You just want to eat.
This one?
You know.
Super size bargain. 6 pounds.
Yeah, 6-pound egg.
Oh
Look,
my
they
God.
made like a quiche.
It's great for cooking and eating, but the eggshells may be barely rough on each end, have slight wrinkles or lines, and have an irregular shape, but they measure almost 18 inches.
Big. Makes us an omelet. And they made like a quiche. Good eating. I don't know what arena egg is. Maybe that's just the name of the ostrich. These arena's eggs. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, they're like a kind of emu.
Yeah, it's probably just a type.
A different species of flightless bird.
Okay. For this part, I'm not gonna like as much detail into it. I'm just gonna kind of do oh, actually she needs to be fully in this.
I'm gonna have her use her wing.
Yeah, I talked about why earlier.
Yeah, I remember.
What did I say?
She doesn't have to be as close with the wing.
No, that's not what I said.
Yeah. You just forgot.
Well, that was like the way early one.
Yeah.
No, because this allows a better articulation for the positioning.
Yeah.
And her arm, if I had her leg bend like that, it would be really weird looking. I like the wing, Bart.
Whispers in her ear. Fly, child. just looks like she's about ready to slap her. Slap. Gonna fly.
Yeah, and I'm the one doing the scooter boost.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, Sunset. That sounds sad. I don't want to hurt the ostrich. I just want to eat the eggs. Though ostrich meat is pretty tasty. I've had it before. It's been a while. I think in like the early 2000s, everybody thought it was going to be the next big thing. That ostriches were just going to be big meat in America. And I have to admit, it is pretty good. It's like a cross between, it's like, what if chicken was a red meat? Pretty tasty. I would say it just didn't catch on because the farmers basically got rid of their cows to bring in ostriches, and then they had the same fences. At least this is what I saw back home. And those fences couldn't hold ostriches. Like they can hold the cows fine because cows are just lumps of food that waddle about, but ostriches can run and jump and are just assholes. The standard stock fence won't hold them. It became a problem. Full animation.
So there's going to be a little bit of a difference between initial hit.
Can you imagine an ostrich on the table for Thanksgiving?
No.
That'd be great. Squish. Is she gonna be able to fall fast enough, or are you not high up enough?
That's where I'm going to try to take advantage of some of the camera stuff.
Could just go on top of a different building.
Because right now I can put her back up a little higher. If I really want. So in the actual shot,
Yeah, it's a pretty just direct flop.
um, it's not that difference in height though, because this is probably only 1.5 stories because they're at the bottom, and then this is just a half step up. So it's just, there you go, more direct shot. But see, I'm already like here when this starts, so I can do where is here.
Muffin button? Use a muffin button. I too like Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I still watch bits from it, especially bits involving Vegeta. These are the best.
Why'd you say muffin button?
Cause Pat had said muffin button.
Oh, earlier. Okay.
I just now got around to reading it.
Like, what are you talking about?
Muffin button.
So technically, the shot was like more from like this distance, probably even further. But that grass is a little bit in the way. I'd have to delete it.
I'm just not thrilled with the height that you're throwing her off of. I feel like it should be higher.
This is just the least work doing a building like this. Otherwise, I'd have to completely build a new building or find something else or build a structure around an area, because otherwise I don't have an area to put it. Best I can maybe do.
It might be a TF2 map with a.
Oh, I might be able to use this map, but then just put something over this house.
Or just load in a house and just use this map. Or yeah, you just put it over that house.
There's not really many pre-made houses that actually look decent though. Most of them are kind of trash. Only derpies.
Or
because most of the houses that are out there are going to be much nicer houses, which then kind of go against the trashy.
I like the idea of using Rainbow's house, but she's way too high up. That's just throwing Scootaloo off the edge.
The look would probably not fit in terms of style. But
you just not have the splat and then just have her fall out of Rainbow's house.
You can always use like this. Now there's really nowhere to stand.
On the windowsills, kind of.
No.
Not really. No.
Yeah, because there's nowhere to stand on this. Unless you like attached a board to it, but then it kind of looked like trash.
Yeah.
So use like that one.
The actual trashed one.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there like a high rise in Rainbow's house? Above like the cloud layer?
Oh, what?
Like in Rainbow's house, she has stories to her house.
Yeah, but I don't have Rainbow's house.
Oh, you did?
No, it doesn't exist. You have her bedroom.
Right.
But that's an internal thing.
I thought Rainbow's house did exist.
No.
I'm almost positive it exists. Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination. He's gonna kill us all like Freddy Krueger and send us into damnation.
You added a lot of words.
Yes.
That won't work.
That's a big house.
Yeah, but like up close it looks like trash.
Yeah, it's
This is
Half-Life
too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this stuff is old things.
Oh.
This
Would the Canterlapse map work?
no. That map does not look good. Oh, that's even worse from up close. No, this one is perfect for almost everything, and it's really janky looking, which is also what I kind of like. But there's just not many like high-rise houses because
Fallout.
Because you don't need a house. If a house is normally built into the map, and then you add the details onto the map.
I recognize that. I don't know.
Shift 2. That's one of the Halloween things. So normally, there's no model of a house. It's a built-in.
Do you use a house like that?
No, because this thing is like really trash. Or close. And that wouldn't fit with the aesthetic of the area. Yeah, like these are all like, these have to be models because you can't build that in Hammer. But a lot of these are just skybox items, so they're not going to be detailed. They're just made to be thrown in the background. But otherwise, a house is just going to be made out of walls in Hammer with all like the pieces that are detailed put on that model piece. That's because it's just stupid to make a model of everything. Like,
Do you think you could do you have Twilight's Treehouse?
no, that doesn't exist.
This is upsetting to me to learn these things.
There's interiors, a lot of those, not exteriors.
There's Rarity's Boutique.
That's not usable either. It's rounded at the top.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to build all of Ponyville around it.
Mhm.
So I'm just spending half the video just building a scene where this was done.
Yeah, no, you can use this one.
No, you said it doesn't work.
You're gonna get angry at me.
Well, you're like, it's not gonna work. And
It's
then I'm
just
like,
the screaming doesn't work for the height.
it works.
It works.
Like, this kind of works.
Stable.
I don't know what it is. I think it's supposed to be like a church or something. Because this is high enough. This is a higher story. I would just put a board on this again, just
I
like
do
I did.
like the other building more.
That the one we had.
Mhm.
This one's taller.
Yes, but that one has more stuff. Prettier. It's got more character.
I can add windows to it.
Do whatever you want.
I don't know if I'll throw off that.
Would really hurt.
We have to really accelerate her to get her down there fast enough.
The faster she falls, the funnier it'll be. No better than what you got
This
now.
looks like Evil Dead. Kind of. You make it bigger. Good. Could have her try flapping, but that would have to have her like lift and then fall. And that implies that she has some kind of flight.
No, I just want
Hear me
straight
out.
to
What
the
if
ground.
Cloudsdale or School of Friendship? Both those again would require some complete building of an area around it. I can't just. There's no map of Cloudsdale. There's no map of School of Friendship. And even if there was, you're going to have camera that can see things behind it. And then you have to fill in those things to make it fit for the environment you're in. Nice thing about this one is it's a forest. Just fill forest in the back and you're good. If it's Cloudsdale, you'd have to have Cloudsdale behind it. How the hell would you get that to look decent? And if suddenly you just were using flat textures
Skybox.
and other, well, if you just did flat textures of everything, it would look like a flat texture. You would
Yeah.
have to have multiple layers of flat textures, and then you're putting all this time into building and drawing out a city. And it's just, I don't want to spend, like I normally do, 50 hours just trying to make something that nobody's going to pay attention to work, where this is boom done, and only at the expense of maybe the fall's a little slow. That's it. A lot of time saved. I'm not even paying attention.
I'm looking at
I know
horse
the School of
houses.
Friendship is that's not going to work. I know which one you're talking about. It's one of those things that looks good from a distance, but when you start getting up close, it starts looking like trash. And no.
You want a ghost fact, Nolan? Here's your ghost fact. The true, honest to goodness ghost fact. Ghosts. Ghosts are also riddled with microplastics. Don't get rid of them when you die. It actually gets worse. It's just microplastics all inside the ghosts. It's a real problem. And then you walk through a ghost and you breathe in microplastics. You can't escape it. It's a real problem. It follows you into the afterlife. That's how bad it is. Michael, stop complaining. I stopped. He's upset now. I knew this would happen.
doing what I can to try to.
Okay, Argo, how can I make it better? Like, kill Michael.
I wish.
My ghost will be riddled with microplastics.
Microplastics?
Microplastics, yes.
Trying to actually do the whole bit of her falling is going to be a little interesting too. I understand what you mean, Argo. Note to self: no good school or friendship. She looks good on paper, but the kids come home with bruises and 1,000-yard stares. No, there's a lot of the things that people try to make within the community are either they look really good up close, but then they're very much a small thing that's contained. Like interior stuff tends to be that way, but anything that tends to be larger, very few people put the time in and actually needed to make it work from up close. Very few. The only people that have is Disco Pears when he made the stuff for Nutrifin's video for A True True Friend, which is what's most people use for anything for Ponyville nowadays. But before that, it was such cheap trash that people just threw together because they weren't looking for something that would look well cinematically. They were looking for something that just worked and as fast as possible because bronies are immensely impatient. And so it was anything to get it out there and just have something. And it was no, but we don't have much of any of that. Any like the ponies themselves are, and a couple props are, but most of the time I try to stick to some of the stuff that's already existing from other people because no, not many people put the time and effort into pony source filmmaker stuff anymore, like from a professional game developing looking perspective, because it's to many not medium worth the time.
I'm gonna go ask Agitation on the improvements. You know, I have enough projects that I can already barely focus on. I wanted to do more Thursday, but now there's like people coming over.
And how many hours of Final Fantasy played this week?
We don't talk about Final Fantasy. I want it to be done, but I can't stop until it's over. Probably gonna leave this stream and go play it some more.
Why not get stuff done?
Because if I finish it, then I can just focus on the other thing.
Uh-huh. What about next game?
It's not gonna be a next game for a while. Takes a lot for me to start a new game.
All you have to do is open it.
No. What you say?
Oh, she's kind of going at an angle. I can probably
Get flumed.
straighten that a little bit. That would speed it up a little bit. Wrong. Good curve. Curving.
Rainbow had a good spin on that scootaloo when she threw her.
I think because I did some of the motion off of roots, some off the pelvis. Okay, that's just probably going to be a like worry about later. I still need to go a little bit further out. There's probably actually the rotation I just did. Okay, yep, that was what it was. I need to go and grab pelvis. That's where coming from here would be better. Oh.
I'm curious what's new on ESFM. These let's see. I want to see that. Ooh, they got. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think that's featured. That's all the newest. Ooh, they got revamps of Butterdash. That's not revamps. That's just recolors. Lazy. They got Alicorn Cozy Glow. Revamped Royal Crystal Guards. That's
Yeah, those I think before too. I saw them. There's not too much stuff that gets out of there. At least not at a super high rate. I like the SFM workshop where I gotta kind of keep an eye on things.
the Crystal Empire map base. Hmm. Now we're back to stuff that I've seen. Okay. Gaia horse.
Just stare at it for a while.
Just like, oh no, I think she might be dead.
Nah, I kind of understand why the distance shot kind of worked.
Just looks like he's hitting it. I don't know. Not gonna complicate the shot.
I'm guessing. Well, I haven't put any animation in anything.
Yeah.
So it's just about figuring out the plan for it. I think the reason that they stayed farther back when they did that shot is probably twofold. One, it probably gave a better perspective of like the depth of falling, and also two, it probably made graphics like because they didn't throw a kid off the roof. The digital effects probably were cheaper because you didn't have to have as detailed of a model. It was easier to do without making it look fakey. All right, so let's see if this kind of fits what we're looking for.
You ready?
Ready for what?
To jump.
Wait, you can't be serious. I'm not gonna jump.
You can fly, just like me. You take a big deep breath, you step off, and your body will just do the rest. It'll just take over.
But I can't fly. I'll just fall right off of here.
Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it. I promise.
Nothing like you. I can't fly.
You can. I promise you can.
I can
Wait
see
for
where
it.
having the little bit more of a quiet pauses make it a little funnier, but I don't want
Yeah.
to waste that much time. I also kind of like that Rainbow just doesn't give a shit. Like, you're taking too long, bye.
Goodbye. Get out there. That's how my parents trained me.
Yeah. Well, it's the Hitchhiker's Guide, right?
Is that right?
That's how he learns to fly.
Yeah.
Because Hitchhiker's Guide, the definition of flying is falling and missing the ground,
Oh yeah.
and you fly through solely the power of not remembering you're falling. So the moment you remember you're falling,
like that.
you start falling.
He forgot to hit the ground. That's
Yeah,
all it
so
was.
it's you forgot to hit the ground, so you just have to forget that you're falling,
yeah.
and therefore you can fly.
Mm-hmm.
And Arthur Dent gets really good at it for a while.
yeah.
But like, and even has a girlfriend, and he teaches how to fly as well. But he forgot, or he remembered his first time because he was falling, and he was on like some different planet in a different dimension. And when he looked up, he saw the luggage he lost in the airport like 5 years ago. And the confusion as to the fact that it existed on this planet and anyway after Earth was destroyed confused him so much he forgot that he was falling and he missed. And it was like and there's a reason that there was the luggage there. That this monster pulled him from time because it said, or not a monster, it was like a living thing, but said that Arthur had killed him in every one of its incarnations, and went through literally had a museum that was showing him all the times that he had killed him, and he had like items that showed those different times. And then he gets to the one last of them, and he goes, then there was this one. He goes like, I don't remember that. And he's like, wait, I pulled you too early. Damn it! And so he had to send you back, and that's how you got thrown out. But then the book ends on that exact scene, because like somebody lights something, goes, oh wait, that's that thing, and then that's when he basically dies. At that moment was the moment that was foretold like 2 books ago.
Yeah.
And it was and it happened to be that guy that was murdered was next to him, and he's like, oh no, not again. And you kill him. It was interesting. But I like that after that he goes, well wait, if that is something that I do in the future, that means it has to happen, so I can't die. And so he just starts doing stupid things, and he literally can't, nothing can happen. He can walk in traffic and nothing will hit him, because he knows that he can't be killed until that moment. But the moment he sees it, he's like, well, now I'm dead. The premise for those were so good. All right, so these need to all be marked red. I want to have these indicated by what's being said.
You ready?
Ready for...
Okay, so this is... You ready?
What?
To jump.
Wait, you can't be serious.
Okay.
Smokes.
You can fly, just like me.
Fly.
Don't call me Shirley. I don't know where that came from.
Step
I'm
off,
sorry.
and your body will just
That was
step
so
off,
out of-
and your
yeah,
body
it's
will
good.
just
It's a good
do the
bit
rest.
though.
It'll just take.
Do you like airplane?
Fly, I'll just fall right off of here and get...
Is you come to watch the little horse get thrown off the roof by the big horse?
Buddy.
like you. I can't fly.
I promise you can.
And this is a promise you can.
How is friends tonight? He's abusing a child again. The child he likes to abuse the most.
Depending how you zoom it in,
You know?
it might actually time. Yeah, there. Yeah, there's fine. Okay. On tonight, we're doing good. Anything new tonight? Working on an anthology. Short. Doing. How do you get? Yeah. We're doing the boys' roof scene with Scootaloo and Rainbow. We got the audio figured out last time, and this time was just getting it kind of worked out. So we have.
You ready?
Ready for what?
To jump.
Wait, you can't be serious. I'm not gonna jump.
You can fly, just like me. You take a big deep breath, you step off, and your body will just do the rest. It'll just take over.
But I can't fly. I'll just fall right off of here.
Hey, buddy. You're gonna love it. I promise.
Nothing like you. I can't fly.
You can. I promise you can.
Love it.
I feel like it would be having her back up a little bit would be kind of funny. It's like,
Push.
Ready?
All right. So there's definitely got to be. So that essentially was nothing work. Everything's going to be redone. But it gave a good sense of what we needed, what angles we needed things from.
Audio is
and all that.
gone.
Audio was gone. Audio's going.
Oh, okay. At least somebody heard it.
It's quiet. Let me open that up though, because let me see if I can potentially do something with it. I just have to be very careful on the screen portion. Oh, it's gonna be easier to just go through here. Why is this cut? Okay, it was an accidental cut. I'm gonna fix that. Okay. Right here, it doesn't show it hitting the peak as much. It shows like this being 1, and it's showing it well below that. So
It does look pretty quiet to look at through Audacity.
what was it? Not generate. I think it's just effect.
Yeah, it'd be
EQ, volume and compression. There, amplify. So let's amplify it by 10 decibels. Why is it not?
maybe that's too much.
Oh, allow clipping. Okay, so it's showing how much I can go up before it starts clipping.
Just like me. You take a big deep breath, you step off, and
Okay, that's probably better. Let's export audio 44100 to the same location. Place. I don't think there's a way to just force a reload on it, so I'll just reload the software. Finding a method would be longer than just doing this. Oh, you can't hear anything. Oh.
Well, that sounds like that's on your end.
Yeah, that's definitely a you thing. Okay, now... There you go. Weird. Must have been Twitch twitching. Twitch. It's like... This kind of looks like some, like... epic shot.
Epic glue. Rainbow dish.
Okay.
you ready?
Okay, that's definitely better.
Ready for what?
To To jump.
Wait,
Thank
you
you,
can't
much
be
better.
serious. I'm not gonna jump.
You can fly, just like me. You take a big deep breath, you step off, and your body will just do the rest. It'll just
Jump to the end. So cool.
I like the this is infinite Scootaloo's.
Race groups. Trying to get rid of them all. It's like I was playing with the toilet bowl again. Need a bunch of extra Scootaloo's. And who would want a bunch of extra Scootaloo's? Gotta get rid of these.
Fun.
Sometimes I wonder who really raised you. Wow.
This is somebody else's joke. I'm just putting characters in.
You ready?
Horses.
Ready for what?
Scootaloo actually works with the voice too. I really like this one right here. This is my favorite
Wait,
shot.
you can't be serious. I'm not gonna jump.
just this looking like down like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Dangerous.
My grass is broken.
Well, you're under the ground. Because the building's not that high. Like twice as high.
I want to get that console command here just in case I ever have difficulties finding it in the future. Okay, so that one does get rid of it. Okay, so then we'll put that in the this one. Okay, then I don't have to worry about it. I checked YouTube, fine. Checked my YouTube settings, fine. Checked music, fine. Fine. Argo Michael, nothing. Closed the window twice and reloaded, nothing. Then suddenly I could hear Argo. Suddenly Argo.
Oh my goodness. You like eating dirt?
Oh, that did not get rid of it. That is, I think this one I need then. Yeah, that's the more permanent one. Though, I might need to do a test. There's a chance, though I don't think it is the case, that that will persist on render, but probably not. Probably not. Yeah. I think the other one only worked within that shot. As soon as I went back into it, it was back again. Okay. And so the day version of the map would probably, I can do an override for the skybox to whatever the skybox is to the other one. And I can do custom lighting. But whatever I do to light everything is probably going to be the same. Okay. I only have a few minutes left. I don't know if there's anything worth starting. Anything I start, I'm gonna want to try to progress. I'll worry about getting rid of that bush at some point in the future. I'll probably just get rid of all of them and add my own like grass or something, because I'll probably want to add grass in some way. Why'd you do this? Why you do this?
Why you do this to
My parents did this to me all the time because they knew I was worthless.
This is how they got out ahead of me when they ran away.
Yeah, I could probably add some grass here. It wouldn't actually be too bad. It's just this area and then a little bit back there. I don't think I have to worry about the ones back there as much, or I can just do the cheap grass. Before doing the grass, I probably want to do the lighting. Most of this is, so this is, there's two unique angles because this is its own. These two would be about the same lighting. This shot's used a bit. This is a one-time. That's the copy of the previous. That's a unique shot. That's not a unique shot, but close enough. And then that's a unique shot. So there's a lot of unique angles I'll have to deal with. And I'll have to figure out I don't know if it'll work with the grass though. Having some like dirt come up so it looked like she actually like cratered a little bit would be pretty funny. But yeah, we'll just call it right there. We'll get started the next time on it, but it's got all the preparatory planning in. It looks like a video.
Oh, you did find Rainbow Dash's cloud house.
MLP building. I can't. I have to go the other thing anyway. Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait.
That's I think her cloud house, but it's not
yeah.
gonna look that great up close. And her cloud house is gonna be a good bit off the ground. That's too far to
You
fall.
could use the schoolhouse.
No, there's no flat place where would you not very much to stand, and that is not that detailed of the schoolhouse. I used it for a different shot. It's not too great. And that crystal castle looks okay from a distance. Her house looks okay. It's just her house won't be on the ground. It'll be up higher, and that scream. I mean, you could probably modulate it to like
just have it fade off.
no, have it just keep going like
Rainbow just like, oh.
and then it just zooms back out on a rainbow, and you can still hear the screaming.
Then at the end, you just hear that.
You might be able to do like give it to ChatGPT and say extend the scream.
You can extend the scream easy. Just stretch it out.
No, because you're gonna it modulates like up and around.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's gonna work like that. And you have some of the impact at the beginning.
Yeah.
So,
Just have it fade off until you just hear the thud.
yeah. Why is the schoolhouse and
I don't know. That's
is
the
that
bowling
Sakura's
alley.
hut?
That is the bowling alley.
No, the bowling alley's wider.
I'm not sure what that building is.
It's just a various one. But there was somebody that had made a model of the crystal whatever. I don't have it open now, but it was not in Source Filmmaker, it was just a model, and I ported it in, but I had difficulties with getting the textures to work, and I eventually gave up. It was for a different idea, just doing like the pre-research to determine it was worthwhile, and I determined it wasn't worth going for. They would need that model. Anyways, I'm sending you. Yeah, I was thinking about that
That's
too,
a
like
big
the
butt.
breathe-ins. Oh, the what one?
There's a big butt. Don't look at the big
Oh,
butt.
no, we don't want a big butt. Why is it doing that? Jay's playing. Oh, Claire Obscure. I plan to play that soon. And
No one's got a horse.
yeah, so I don't want to go there because I don't want any spoilers. Probably just send it over to Cowgirl. She's playing Repo. Definitely is playing those like the meme games.
Violate property rights for profit.
And we have Crystal Empire. Anyway, yeah, I saw I was playing Repo. It's just fine. They did the meme games. They must have finished the what was the Split Fiction.
Yes.
But we'll head over there. So I want to see you guys play Repo as a group. It's so difficult to get some people in a group to do something like that, and for scheduling, like because many of our people are with houses and getting married and stuff. They're all like adults doing adult things.
What? Why would you do that to yourself? And you could look at Big Derp, lick the screen.
Thank you for the resub scratch in 17 months as well. Looking forward for input from your advice is valuable. Oh, did you post something somewhere? Maybe. I'm not a big fan on like providing feedback too much because it never ends up going right. I'm very particular on the things that I look for in things, and that's not always what is correct.
They're playing Phasmagoria.
No, it's Repo Man. Or
Repo
Repo.
Man.
Which is basically kind of in that same whatever. But anyways, we'll be back. Maybe back on Friday. I might have a family thing. I haven't decided on that yet, but I'll post if we don't. Otherwise, everybody have a good one, and we'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Wow.